Check.
Welcome to the SPS podcast. You are now tuned in to the Raw Bunch. I'm your host and moderator, DJ Strada, and you are now tapped in with the Raw Bunch. Before we get it going, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we got a good one in here for y'all, kind of a continuation from our last show. So tonight, we're going to be talking about is sex killing relationships? The truth about modern dating and society and intimacy. So the reason why we got to this show today, y'all, if you noticed last Monday, we started a conversation about the Shannon Sharp and Kanye West situation, and how the bedroom had kind of become onto like the public stage with most people, not just the superstars. So today, I wanted to kind of mine through it a little bit more closely about how oversexuality is currently affecting us as a people. So, what are y'all initial thoughts on just that part?
On what part exactly?
Oversexuality and where we at in the current dating market.
Oversexuality and where we at in the dating market. Yeah, it's oversexualized in the dating market. I think that that's like probably like one of a lot of our top priorities when we say how we vetting and dating. Like we put that shit like right after like financial stability and being nice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so that shit is too high in the priority or too high on the list, I think, for sure.
Do you think it being that high has knocked other priorities down more? Like, do you think that that matters at all? Or do you think that, all right, so my question is, Bino, do you think that sex has trumped other priorities? Or do you think it's just moved up and people still want the other things, but they just have moved sex up the ladder? Which one do you think it is?
I'm not quite sure. I just know it's just high up the ladder. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I know sex probably keep people in relationships longer than necessarily make sense, logical sense. That's the best I can say.
I agree with that. I do. I think that you're onto something, bro. All right, Brittany, my question to you is, do you think, before I get your thoughts on what we were talking about, do you think that people in the current dating market, do you think that it's possible for them to have sex with people they don't even like?
For sure. People do it all the time. I mean, they see maybe what they can offer to them versus liking that person. So yeah, they can easily, because to them it might just be a transaction. I do this to get what I want. So
Damn.
it's possible.
How do we get here though? Like, how do we get here?
I don't know how we got here, but I was thinking about that question when you first asked me about over sexualized. Think about right now in this current, I guess, where we are. We got people that come out to clubs and everything in lingerie. Everything is see through. Nothing is left to the imagination. All they got maybe is some little um lilies over the nipple. You know what I'm saying? But nothing is left there. So when you say, is it? Yes, it's very much so.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I think that can y'all like pinpoint like a time to where it was like, all right, yo, this is getting out of fucking control. Like, do y'all know, or can y'all kind of put either a timeline or event that like you think caused the shift from sexual to over sexual?
Mm.
Late 90s.
I was about to say the early 2000s.
Why you
Same
Yeah.
saying?
shit.
Yeah, I don't
Late
know, because we
90s.
was kids. I don't know. That's like my go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like late 90s rolling into the 2000s. Because by that time, virtually every hood rap song involved like shaking ass and titties, and it was club bangers, and we had a phase we had crunk music that was more just the hype, but you still had those songs that was literally meant for twerking and shit and gyrating, and it wasn't like R&B music. It was literally rap music, which ultimately rap music is the dominator of music. It is the dominator of music. So that being like the head runner for a lot of their songs at that time, yeah, it just kind of, it was like a, what you call that word, the gateway drug to just kind of over sexualize what was already there. Just kind of add more fire to a flame that was small.
Damn. Okay, so you think late 90s, Britney, you said early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So do y'all think that we just started rap? Like, what do you think came first? Did we start rapping about it more, or do you think
Yeah,
it was
I don't
happening?
know. See, we was kids, so I don't know. I almost feel like we probably like the generation that was indoctrinated into the over sexualization of dating. I feel like the '80s babies, mid '80s, maybe just '80s period, early '90s, and we was indoctrinated into the over sexualization of dating. I would say, um, cause I don't know. You feel me? Like I just know, like by the time we was teenagers, nigga, it was lit. You feel me? And
Look, what we need to figure out is when the high speed internet come about. Cause there you go. That's when.
okay. So
Oh,
yeah, so by that time, me personally, I was probably just 18, 19, but it probably really ain't. It probably ain't really get out of control to maybe I was like 21. Me personally, maybe that sound right for y'all. Y'all about a year older than me, year or two older.
Mm-hmm.
that sounds about right, bro.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, man, it's kind of interesting how we have processed this thing, and I think that, like, okay, so let's walk down a real life scenario. Guy or girl, y'all meet somebody, right? Y'all chilling, going on a few dates, y'all getting it together, and then y'all get to the point where you're having sex and it's kind of bad. Would that be a deal breaker to stop to get to know somebody nowadays? Bad sex, bad sexual chemistry.
Um.
It is for me.
Why so?
God
Why do you
damn, it
feel
is
like
for
that?
me, boy. Don't be no starfish, man. Don't. I can't have no woman like that. You got to be with the shits, or otherwise, get your shit and go.
Well, if she clicking at 80%, you'll still let her go.
Is she clicking at 80% of what?
Everything else you need.
I'm a Yeah, she got to
Are you
go
gonna
because
find
part of
that
my 80% needs is the sexual part.
Okay. What you say? Go. What you got, Brittany?
No, I was gonna ask you because you said she's giving him the 8. I'm like, would you already know that so early on? That's all I was trying to figure out.
Oh yeah, like you said, as y'all talking, you realize y'all interest align, the way you think align, everything is clicking. You know what I'm saying? The other 20% might be just the shit you don't know yet. But from the
Mm-hmm.
dates y'all been going on, y'all been having conversation, everything cool in the gang until you go to have sex and you realize that y'all are just not sexually in sync. That's why I'm not trying to label what I'm saying by bad sex, because everybody consider that different things, right? So to keep
That's
the
kind of
conversation
hard.
moving, yeah,
I
eighty
mean,
percent.
what I mean is kind of hard. Is like it's kind of hard for me to me. I'm just speaking on me for us
Yeah.
not to be sexually in sync, and we so in sync on everything else. It seems like that would also naturally, you know, what I'm saying, align. But you know,
You'd be surprised because think about the things that you probably can't control. So, for a woman's perspective, pause. It's gonna sound fucking crazy,
you
but I
talking about
hope you understand what I mean.
signs.
So, like,
Okay.
let's say the guy's length of girth isn't what you were expecting,
Oh,
or
okay.
he's premature. You know what I mean? He ejaculates prematurely, something
I
like
got
that.
you.
Like,
Okay.
everything else is cool, but again,
Okay.
that's why I left that
Man,
sensitivity.
woman, you know what that man meant, man.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, let's walk it down so she can see how, like you said, 80% good, but he just ain't got it. Pause. Hey, yo.
Yeah. If he ain't got it, I mean, the sign should have been there when he send down a print or something. Because, granted, we looking too. I mean, so she should already known that up front. But I mean, he could make up for it. I mean, there are things out there she like him and willing to do some other stuff, incorporate some stuff in there. I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, but let's just say all things considered equal, it's just not there. Is that enough to make you leave somebody that's clicking at 80%?
Most women will probably stay. If he's everything else, they'll probably stay. They'll settle. Men, no, they going out there looking for something
Mm,
else. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about y'all men being. Y'all going out there looking for
they're
something else.
settled.
Yeah, because why you gonna get the heavy side here? And it's only thing that's like, you know what I'm saying? No.
I just think about how he was throwing that show about selling not too long ago. That shit just it just made, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, damn, selling for sure.
Yeah, I think that we'll try to teach them. That's actually fair, y'all. But I just wanted to see, like, because we said we're over sexualized, like, how does that show up in actually dating? Like, are we disqualifying people that could be the right people for us because we're sexually
Man,
incompatible?
listen, you ain't
You know what I'm
asked
saying?
me at one time that shit would have been like that. You feel me? Like that shit would have been a no-go, no questions asked type shit. You heard? But
Mhm.
like I realized I was over sexualized. You know what I'm saying?
In
Like
what
even
way?
besides this, like in that way. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it was like it was a very high priority and things, and it probably would have trumped a lot of other things that was probably more essential to in a relationship before. Now we could blame that on immaturity. I could blame that on learned behavior. Could blame that on DNA. I don't know, right? I don't really care.
Right.
But I just know at one time, like that would have been a no-go. Now these days, um, it would be different. That would be something we definitely can work through for sure. You know what
What
I'm saying?
causes the shift, bro? What do you think causes a shift, y'all?
Maturity,
What
maybe.
maturity?
Um, yeah, for the most part, unlearning and learning other shit. That's for me.
So when you
Mhm.
say y'all could work through it, I mean, should
Yeah.
just
You know, if it's 80, if it's 90%, and that 10% is there, there's shit you can do. You can go to people. You can, you know what I'm saying? Explore. You can talk, communicate. You feel what I'm saying? You can do hella shit. You know
what
what I'm
if you
saying?
get somebody?
Now. This is for me. This is a probably like a 0.0002% this will happen.
Yeah.
But in that point zero, you feel what I'm saying? That point zero zero zero
Mhm.
zero two
Crazy.
percent. You know what I'm saying? It's things you can do. You know what I'm saying? To because it's about, he said, the chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that
Hold on. So
case, you know, it's things you probably can do type shit.
I got a follow up for y'all. Is sex important because sex is important?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
important.
Like, I'm gonna ask it again. I know that sounded crazy,
No, it did.
but
It didn't sound
yeah,
crazy
but
to
you
me.
get what I
Yeah.
meant, right? Like, is
Yeah.
sex important because sex is so important to lasting relationships? Sex is so important to maintain marriages. Sex is so important for compatibility. So, is sex important because sex is important?
I think we so
Yeah,
deep into a worldly, freshly secular way of living, we couldn't see it any other way.
Mm.
I think intimacy is more important.
Brittany, do you think that most people know the difference between sex and intimacy, or most people think it's the same thing?
No, they think it's the same. They don't know.
What do you consider? Well, what do women consider as intimacy, and what is the difference that a woman makes between intimacy and sex?
So sex is just being the fuck over and taking it. That's sex. Intimacy, it to me is a whole step leading up to it. Is when you mind fucking me all day long. When I walk in the room, you smacking my ass, or you rubbing me, or you doing something. You know what I'm saying? When I come in the house, you give me a kiss. Like, it's so much that's involved in it than just, hey, meet me in the bedroom. You know, that's just it.
Gotcha. And what do you think that? Why do you think, or do you think? First, let's start here. Do you think that men confuse the two, sex and intimacy, and what ways do they just confuse it? Do they think it all runs together?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say confused, because some of them don't even know it. I mean, they don't know what's involved. Like, I mean, granted, I'm not talking about y'all on the panel. Y'all say y'all do flowers, y'all do all this stuff, but I do believe that's a part of it. And
I
some of
kind
them
of
ain't,
agree with that.
they not into it.
Hmm,
They can have sex without intimacy. So why do they need to apply intimacy?
that's fair. I think we did a statistic from a while ago
Mm.
that about, I think it was upwards over 50% of couples under 30 that was having sex, they weren't kissing because they thought it was too intimate.
Right.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that?
Yeah. That's happened before.
I need you to kiss me. So I'm above 30, so that ain't me. Mm-mm.
That's real.
Yeah, I've definitely been in a situation where she kind of brushed it off, and then she brushed it off because she felt like, oh, because it was just we just having sex, we ain't like established no thing here. That in her mind, she's moving off because she assumes that guys don't like to kiss because it seems like a different level of intimacy if you add the kiss into it. Me, I was going in for it, so she just kind of brushed it off thinking that, oh, that's not what he want, but that's actually what she wanted. But she assumed that because I was a guy, she moved. She's like, oh, let me not get in his way because I don't. That's not what he want.
Yeah,
She had to
man, you
explain
gotta
that
be
shit
like, I
after.
gotta be like hella in love with you before all that kissing shit, bro. Cause like that shit just looks, that shit just feels stupid. It just looks stupid.
Look stupid.
Fuck, you gotta close your eyes and like what the fuck? That shit just feels stupid, like stupid. Fuck, like,
They don't like this soft ass shit.
Yo, bad
gotta
kissing is a thing,
gotta
bro.
be hella in love with you type shit, yo. Like other than that, that shit just feel like as a kid it won't like that, but that shit weird. As an adult, that shit just be like the fuck, like you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I'm just looking at kissing them off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Think about it, y'all. We be closing our eyes and
bro.
putting our lips together, and like it just that's stupid.
Well, do it with your eyes open then. You ain't gotta close your eyes.
That
And
would
then
be
it's even stupid if you do it with your eyes open.
like
Y'all looking at each other.
you got the girls that want to eat your
Nah, I'm
whole
playing. I'm
motherfucking
being extreme and shit. But nah, for real though, kissing is a different type of it is a different type of intimacy for sure. Like I think on both ends, but I think what we don't realize is men maybe or maybe we do realize it, but what women don't realize is it's even more of an intimate thing for dudes. So think about you kissing. That's like a vulnerable thing, bro. Like y'all feel what I'm saying as a man, like.
Yeah. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just doing no kissing. But I know it's motherfuckers that do that shit though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kissing is part of you know what I'm saying? Type
They
shit.
bad.
Thank you. The build up it matters.
She wearing a uniform in that photo.
Yeah, it looked like it. Let me see if I can bring it back up. She said she got a promotion, bro. Shout out to Baby Sneak on promotion, man.
Oh, okay. About damn
Congratulations,
time.
Sneak, for sure.
Sneak. Moving
Niggas
on
want to
up.
change profile pictures to show out their promotions and shit.
Yeah.
I hope you twist your ankle when you got your pen.
CJ funny as shit.
But for me, low key, like when I'm like just rocking with a chick, I just the kissing to me is just kind of like a part of the program, low key. In my case, for me to be more like for like any form of like a version of kissing to be intimate to me, it's if I kiss you on your forehead. If I kiss you on your forehead, we more than likely dating or we about to start dating. Cause
Yeah,
that
I got
for
to say,
me,
yeah.
that kiss on me kissing you on the forehead, I view you at a different level. All right, like to me, at this point I need you to lock the fuck in because at this point I'm taking you a little serious.
Right.
So if I start doing kisses on the foreheads and shit, I really fuck with you, and that's just me. I ain't about to claim that that's what all guys do, but for me, if I start kissing you on the forehead, I really fuck with you. Because to me, I kiss you on the lips, that's just sexual shit for me.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Let's get to the question at the bottom of the screen. Let's start with Brittany. What is the current percentage of importance of sex in a relationship? So 0 meaning it's not important at all. 100% is it's the only thing that's important. Based on current times, what is the percentage of importance of sex in a relationship?
I mean, if I had to guess, based on these current times, I would say at least about between 80 to 90%.
Damn.
Yeah, it's up there.
80,
I
90%?
mean, yeah,
So do you leave so only 10% for the rest of the relationship?
that's it. Because it ain't gonna be one if it ain't good.
Damn. Okay. Okay. That's real. We're gonna keep it raw here today. CJ, what's your percentages, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm about with Brit for real. I think it's up there.
Thank you.
And it's like, should it be up there? I don't think it needs to be that high, but I think like today's people keep it up there.
Okay.
It's almost like they want, like, you know how many people will, if they blunt about that shit, they be like, I want to test the waters before I get serious. You already know what the fuck that means. Most people ain't getting in a relationship first before actually doing that. Nah, they fucking before they even give each other the title boyfriend, girlfriend, for real, for real. And that's most people. So
So
I
does
think
that
that
make
is
us?
important.
So does that make us over sexualized, or that just make us
I don't
opposite?
know if I want to label it as over sexualized. I more so want to make it like we got our priorities fucked up.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it. We prioritize the finding out of the sex part before even really getting to know the person. Because most people will definitely fuck somebody before they know that person's favorite color.
Hell, before they even know their middle name. Talking about a color.
Yeah.
Damn.
You ain't even met the parents yet. You done dick the nigga throat. Like, come on now, y'all done
Oh
had
no,
like
you don't
69.
know, man. But I don't.
Like
Yeah,
Y'all
all the
done did
man.
everything.
We damn
Yeah.
sure ain't meeting the parents before that, bro. Cause that's just a waste of time too.
Could
You know what I'm saying?
be not. I ain't meet the motherfucking parents, man.
Not before that.
Hey, I've done it. I've definitely met parents before finally
parents is not
smashing.
a thing. Meeting the parents is not a thing.
Yeah,
I
it's not
mean,
a thing though.
yeah. I mean, back in the day it was, but now, I mean, yeah,
It shouldn't be a thing unless y'all serious.
it ain't even a thing if you are serious because see, you gotta think about the mindset. What I think about when meet the parents is you are bringing this. I'm just saying, a man home because again, like you said, we're serious, and then at some point that man should be asking the dad for their hand. But you got a lot of single parents who they gonna ask the mama for their daughter hand or whatnot. Like the whole dynamic behind that is completely changed
Yeah, yeah,
from
of course. I mean, it's so
right.
many factors that go into the reason for that, though.
And look, mamas lie about their sons and daughters too. They done brought this one home, brought that one home last week. So you just floating in, baby. We already know that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Now I want to actually put up based on our percentages. We got it ranked really high. So now what
Man,
I
bro,
want.
I ain't rank mine. What was the rank?
My bad, brother. My bad, brother. What is the current percentage of importance of sex in a relationship? 0 being it's not important at all. It don't matter. 100 is it's the only thing that's important.
What y'all had said, CJ and Brick?
90. It was at
Upper
90.
90s, in the 90s.
Damn, bro. I would say like in the 90s too, with the contract that don't worry, we could depreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go down as we get older. I ain't gonna 90 you to death forever,
Got
but
you.
it got to be 90 for like a long little good like stretch.
I need
So
about
you say
5, 10 years of
it's
being
going down.
90%.
Huh?
But see, you gotta think about it's going down because of just how your body
AIDS.
works. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like so you if your body still would
No,
maneuver like you
it
would when
go
you first
down
had
because it go down because like at this point, like we done did everything under the sun. And I be chilling and we could chill. You feel me? We can chill.
see no, see then you can be looking for something else. You be like, okay, I'm tired of
Nah,
this.
but see that's the reason why we can chill now, because now I'm disciplined, make different choices.
Okay.
Not gonna be looking for nothing else. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? That's why now I can say that. Feel me? Before it'd be like probably it would probably be over sexualized, and 100% still wouldn't be enough. But you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, like I say, for me personally, I think what people should look into like that. First of all, people gonna get older. We know that. Secondly, like yo, bro, like when you in a monogamous relationship as a man, bro, you committing to understanding that sex eventually is gonna be one of the least important things in the relationship. Cause you committing to that when you commit to monogamy. You feel what I'm saying? Cause all that it's our imperative, all this other shit, you committing against that.
well, why is it so hard to commit to that? I mean, I know that's sometimes
Biological imperative, but you committing against that. You committing against your biological imperative. Not and you know what I'm saying, you committing against like the desire, like the fleshly needs to have different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you committing against that. So it's like a choice and a discipline that is like a practice, like you know what I'm saying, that you gotta do. And that's just the reality to it that women gotta understand as well. And if
Brittany,
they don't gotta understand it, but it'd be easier for them if they just understand it.
got you. Brittany, re-ask that question that you had again. Ask it one more time.
oh,
Make
I
sure I
was
heard it.
no, yeah, I was asking when Bina was talking about the monogamy, like, is that why is it so hard for men to commit to
To
this?
commit to monogamy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Bino did kind of touch on that. I
Yeah.
think that. Well, I want to add I want to add on the framing of your question. So my question to the fellas is, why is it so hard to commit to monogamy with one person? Like, do you think sex plays a role into why monogamy is so hard for men?
Mm, I have to say yes, especially nowadays since internet is on steroids. Its access is easier. So whether was she a top 10 or 8 or 7 or 5, whether she free or cost a fee, if a nigga wanna, whatever the conditions is, if he able to meet him, he'll meet him, even if he in a whole relationship. So yeah, I think that monogamy thing starts to look less necessary the way how it's so easy accessible.
I guess in my head, I mean, I know you said it's easily accessible, but so is drugs. But you choose not to do drugs. I guess that goes back to what Bino said about discipline.
Yeah, but when it comes to a person could be a virgin and still be mentally, physically drawn to their opposite sex for the most part, or just drawn to the idea of sex. None of us is drawn to crack, all right, Brittany?
I mean, somebody is, but that's why I got so many crackheads out there. They were at some point.
No, crackheads is out there because they decided to try it one day on their lows in their life, or when they was just rich and famous, just wanted to do some shit, and then they didn't realize that shit was a one hit and you're stuck. That's what happened to them. Niggas was already wanting sex while they were still virgins, and they ain't even tried the shit yet. See what I'm saying? So it's different.
Well, okay, you said it's different. I'm gonna just say, could it be the same way how you said people been wanting since they were younger? Same way, I'm gonna just say you said hit that low, but maybe all of them didn't hit that low. They just wanted something to give them another high because somebody's been bragging about it, like, dang man, you get this high, it's gonna be the best high you ever had. It's no different in sex, man. Once you have sex and get this, like you gonna want this. How? I mean, I know they're completely different as far as one is addicted, all that, but it's at the same token they have somewhat the same concept.
I can't even agree with that statement because if I was to say, let's say I was just smoking some shitty weed this whole time, but I thought it was fire, right? Then I get the new plug. The new plug got some shit that got me higher. Then I started messing with a version of Reggie. Then I started messing with different brands and variations, and all these brands and variations was just a different high. Now I'm fucking with bongs and shit because that's a different high. Notice I ain't touched crack yet. It's still weed. Okay, so if the weed was a woman, I'm just trying a different variation of weed or a different variation of a woman. Now, if we still trying to compare drugs to women, then to me, weed is the black woman and crack is the white woman, and I ain't fucking with no white lady. So
well, I was just about to say that, like, it didn't have to go straight to crack. You took it to the extreme, but I was just saying the same thing as far as drugs in general. But
drugs weren't compared to the drugs weren't compared to sex too, because sex is like literally in our biology to do. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So like it's literally, yeah.
All right, so let's try to tackle Free Zone Luke question. Shout out to Free Zone. How would you view a woman that has 90s in every area set for sex? Now, I think we kind of covered this before, but let's say it was like at 60 or 65. So his is probably even more realistic than mine because mine was like, it ain't hitting at all. So his question is, she's in the 90s in every area. So he raised the percentage of compatibility and he put her at a moderate level of sexual compatibility. Is that a deal or no deal? Each one of y'all.
In the 90s of every level and say what is small.
Yeah, so her sex is at a 60 or 65.
Oh yeah, we cool.
I'll probably deal with it. I just hope she look like something.
Yeah, she's 90. She's 90 everywhere else. 90 to
No.
Yeah, I'm lying, bro. I don't know if I can do that shit, if I'm being honest.
Like that shit, man, my gut's saying no, so I'm gonna say no. Like I'm telling y'all, my gut's saying no, so I'm gonna stick 65, to my
65, bro. All you gotta do is get through 35.
65. Yeah.
That's another thing. I ain't about to go out my way to make this woman become a
65 would be like a person that had like a grown ass woman at our age that had like 5 bodies.
Well, no. Let's say that the 60, let's say the 60, 65. That's where she's gonna stay. Cause see, we always assume
that's where she's gonna stay.
Yeah, because we always assume the question we can make them better, and with that, you always would say yes.
All right, so that's where she's gonna stay.
Yeah, let's say that's what she capped out at 60, 65. Ain't gonna get no better, ain't gonna get no worse, but she at 60, 65, bro.
Yeah, gotta go for it, bro. You gotta take that deal, bro. 90 all the way across the board, bro. 65 just for that. You just be in the gym a lot.
Not that motherfucking big boy Mufasa.
Mufasa's in it.
What up, man?
What's
going
good,
on,
bro?
fellas?
It's good, bro.
Cool. How you?
What up, man? I had to stop by here, man. Miss some of my guys, man. See what's
For
going
sure.
on with
Much
y'all.
love.
We always appreciate you. Always welcome here, John.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. But we talking. All right, so I'm gonna put the question back on the screen for you, Mufasa. Let's see what you feel about this.
Oh, yeah, I see already. You've been wilding up here early. Just a little bit. I've been listening to.
What you think about this, bro?
See, Strada trying to put people in the blender, asking how much sex is important and shit. You know.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta see what we feel. Like, I think we over sexualize, bro. But I want to understand like what's causing this shit. So, boom, Mufasa. You meet a shorty, y'all cool. She 90% on everything, but she topped out at 60, 65 on the sex compatibility with you. She ain't getting no higher at all. So you can't make her better. 60, 65, what she top out at. You stand, that's a good or bad deal, bro.
I mean, hey, I think if you get 90 everywhere else, it's time to teach you what you like. You gotta be a teacher in that. Because my thing is, if she's a student enough that if she's willing, see, all you need in that participant is somebody who's willing, somebody who come in there and say, look, all right, I might not know, but daddy, whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do. Oh, word? I can work with you.
But
so
look,
she's 65 willing.
She's 65 topped out.
Exactly.
Oh,
even
so
with you showing
not willing to go no more.
Okay.
The best you can do is 60, 65. If an A
She a
plus
starfish, Mufasa.
That's
you feel me? No.
He said that's no. But she topped out at 60, 65 though. She topped out.
Yeah, she topped out. That's as high as she can go, bro. Ain't got no more to tank. Put in the effort. That's all she got though.
She got 10 minutes on the clock, Mufasa. She a starfish, Mufasa. She gonna get you thrown for like 2 minutes, but she got her gap reflexes is trash, Mufasa. What you doing?
Oh no, that's a little out of control. That's more like 40.
Yeah, it's your 65, bro.
That's more like 40 or 35, bro. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
out of control. That's bad.
You gotta take that.
No, you know what CJ just said?
What? See, now I need to know what the hell is 60 then. If y'all saying it's 30, what is 60?
Not a starfish at 60.
Yeah, because I'm like 60. If that's what it is, that's outrageous. There ain't nothing you can do. It don't matter what you get on that. Like, no, I can't keep this. I can't keep this. You know.
Who that?
So it's 60,
you walked
65.
into a tornado, man.
Yeah,
she topped out, Mufasa. What's the deal? Deal or no deal?
Deal. He gonna deal with it and have somebody on the side. Go on, tell the truth and let the Lord know you.
See, that's that shit right there. That last part. That temptation of wanting to have some little head, some little meat eater on the side.
I know, right?
Damn.
Nah. I mean, my thing is, look, I'm not looking. Hey, I wasn't thinking 65 was as bad as CJ said. I'm thinking like 65 is half the equation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's over half. Yeah,
it's over half of the equation. So I'm thinking like, all right, look, one of the two got to be bombs, CJ. You got to give him one of the two. Which one you gonna give?
She ain't gonna be no starfish, but the head game is still like her gap reflection is still trash. She can't be down.
No, but you taking both of them, CJ. Look,
I ain't taking both. I said she's not a starfish. She'll she'll let you do back shots and shit. But the head,
no. If the head dirt, I need that thing to be fire. That way, that's over 50%, right? And see, then I can work with everything else. But see, CJ taking it to where everything is trash. And see, that's not that. I don't think that would be fair to the young lady for everything to be trash.
No, she's 65, man. You rated at your 65 and you'll hear 65 for you.
Whatever 65 is to you, you like that's not all she got, bro.
I don't know, man. My gut telling me fuck no.
Yeah, I mean, look, and this sounds bad, but nah, I can't.
15, 20.
Nah, I can't.
Yeah, 65 for me is like, all right, boom. You ain't no starfish. You take back shots, but you just for some reason you just do not know how to arch right.
Yeah, still no. Yeah, back.
Damn, so that's already like
bad arch.
All right, and then
or she giving top, and every now and again you kind of feel a piece of a tooth.
No,
you lose everything off that. Because I'll stop everything off that.
Shit, hold on, Sean.
You need to
let me get one of those. Oh, we stop. Cause I might hit you.
Okay, so Free Zone gave us a little bit of wiggle room. He said 65 is like giving you the energy, but the skill won't be there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, all right, I can deal with that.
That's what I was thinking, Free
Zone.
Zone.
I can deal with
more
that.
like that. Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
And that's all you're gonna get. It ain't getting no better though.
But hey, willing, she willing.
You right.
Yeah.
She willing, man.
Brittany says Brittany ain't buying your shit, bro.
90 everywhere else, Brittany, you gotta take that deal. We gotta take that deal.
Yeah.
90 everywhere else. Come on.
Okay.
Willing, yeah.
So, like he said, what he said, she's there, but skills ain't there. So here's go my question: are you gonna be looking out elsewhere to get the skills?
No.
They is. All the niggas on this screen gonna do that shit.
What?
There
No,
you go.
look.
They gonna come across they old school headhunter, that meat eater, that monster. Because at the end of the day, you know what that monster is? That 60% that she got, that monster's 200%, my nigga. She's built like that.
There ain't no such thing as 200%. There ain't no such thing as 200%, man.
No,
like
Mufasa, they exist. You know they do.
There
Niggas
ain't no
be
such
married
thing
and be
as
like,
200%.
nah, she don't exist. Cap.
Nah, man. After a while,
Cap.
once you done did a little bit too much, as someone may say, once you done ran it up, man, that shit don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much anybody can do that. Like make you nothing anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Like you know,
Venus.
Hey Venus.
All right, Jalen, what's up, little youngster?
Hello, old man. And Brittany.
And Brittany.
Okay.
Starting
off hot. Okay.
Right. We're gonna see what she had with it. All right, Jalen. So this is the deal. That's what we got going on. You meet a man. He's 90 everywhere else except for sex. Bro, only at 60, 65. He ain't getting
that's
no
a different
better.
Scenario for the ladies.
That's it. 65 is all you got. That's all you get.
No dick.
That
right.
Nigga
dick.
That nigga like
Nothing.
5 minutes of your time.
Like that.
You put that pinky down.
That's all bro got though. Everything else, he ain't in a high clip.
And he think eating pussy is gross.
Yeah, he not really with that.
What's it? Okay, let's speak in 2K terms.
Yeah.
Let's speak in 2K terms. What's his overall average? What's that overall average looking like?
That's probably like a 90 and everything, but 60 and something on 2K will probably put you at like 88, 85.
Yeah, he's good.
That's 60. That 60 will hurt you bad. Plus, if everything's literally 90, nothing hit 95 on 2K, it's gonna put you about like 88, 85.
Good job. Good job. Good manners, characteristics.
90 or nothing.
Yep.
90 overall or nothing. I can't take
no.
As soon as he
talking about 2K terms,
as soon as he put
90,
his pinky up,
60.
Yeah, no, 90.
It ain't hitting no 90 for sure. Not no 2K terms. It ain't hitting no 90.
So hold on, what's going on?
She said use 2K terms, like the overall score on 2K with the characters. If everything on your score shit was 90, but then you got that one thing that's like 60, 65, ain't no way you hit 90%. Ain't no fucking way.
Hey.
You doing about like, 88,
85, 86.
Hey, somebody Venus, he is conservative. He don't like toys in the house. So if you think you gonna I'm gonna have something in the drawer. Yes, he don't want toys in his house. He don't want toys in his
Brittany,
house. So
he put that pinky up. It made me biased. I couldn't think past it.
Right. He don't put that pinky up in there after purity food because my thing is y'all
like that was Sharon, wasn't it?
Hey, this is what he is.
Y'all have one or the other with this 60%. So we gotta at least have some toys in there. You talking about something he got a pinky. We never can have no toys. That ain't 60, 65. That's like
hell yeah. That's see, because toys put you in the 80 category.
Yeah, toys with them things.
And he let you rocking with toys. He already 80 plus.
80 plus, yeah. Yeah, he up there.
No. This is helping him lack up for that pinky you were holding there, okay?
Because you can.
That's crazy.
But we got to keep it tall to balance it out, though, Britt. If the dudes can't make her better in the bedroom, you can't do nothing to equalize what's going on.
Well, see, y'all were talking about teaching skills. We talking about just using something else where he can help use it on her.
All right. Well, even if we level set it, Britt, let's say that her vagina had an odor that just wouldn't go nowhere. She ain't got no STDs or
Oh,
nothing, but
shit.
you know, or it's a little dry. Like that would kind of be the equivalent where it's like, yo, there's nothing you can do
That is
about
not an equivalent. That wouldn't even have you as 80% in that category as a woman. You 0%.
65.
That's 0%. If you got a stench,
That
My
the
bad.
doctor's saying that you can't
Work
get
with me.
rid of.
Now, I know what I'm talking about, yo. Y'all get what I mean, though.
it's not even a UTI. It's just something you can't fix.
Right.
Yeah, that shit, that put you in the negative off the rip.
Yeah, start a plan.
But anyway, though, but this the thing, though. If we can't, y'all get what I mean. If I can't teach her to be better, you can't use nothing to make yourself get off. You got to deal with bro as is. You heard me? Like, ain't no changing it.
The fact that y'all taking this long to decide before us is, I ain't gonna even mention it.
Oh, I already made my decision.
She said 90 or nothing.
90 or nothing. You either 90 in that category or nothing.
That 60 gonna have to be a 75 in 2K to hit that 90 mark.
Damn.
Hey,
Rick, what you doing?
I'm willing
rocking it out?
With a pinky? Hell no, I can't do that with that.
Man, all right, Brittany.
So
Hey,
basically,
CJ, he expects us to eat that pinky. Fuck that. No. 90 or
Yes.
nothing.
Hey man, I thought you supposed to love the man.
But
for some reason, I just don't believe them though.
I don't believe them, man.
Yeah, you gonna do it.
If they 98 where everywhere else, man, they cuffing pinky, bro.
No, you be just walking around unsatisfied. He can't do no attitude adjustment because he working with a pinky. So you just walking around just stiff, irritated, can't do nothing.
Hold on.
Go to the mall.
If he's 90 in everything else but sex, that pinky might not be it, but that nigga might be a whole god tier muncher out here. Like this nigga might speak 30 languages down there.
No qualified.
Go to the mall, Jalen. He got the black card.
They cuffing
He got the black
bro.
card, Mufasa.
He got the black card.
His credit score is hitting 108.
Yes, it's terrible. I'm telling you.
No homo. I know it's some happy ass pinkies out here. No homo. There's
some women that found love in dating a man that's like 3 inches. Not me though.
3
I mean, all right. I hear you.
That made me cough.
King size bed.
I was just shocked. I thought y'all was gonna be like, oh, well, I guess y'all some real niggas.
I'm out the matrix. I'm out the matrix.
Real niggas.
I made it out.
She said I'm out the matrix. That's funny.
That's what the hell I'm talking about.
You don't want to retire, Jalen. You don't want to retire, man. You don't want to just lay up king size bed.
What if y'all use toys and role play like Queen T said?
I don't like toys.
Oh, okay.
I want the natural organic shit or nothing, bro.
If you can bring toys, then yes, okay.
Venus already said she cuffed this man.
Okay.
That's
we had to give him a toy, bro. I don't want, you know what I'm saying, men to be out here discouraged, man, by these 2 young ladies.
I ain't shit. Don't listen to me, okay? Don't listen to me. I am not the majority of women. Okay?
Oh no, yes you are.
No, I'm not.
The hammer.
Y'all are funny as shit, yo. All right, so now I'm gonna get into the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And before I put this chart up, I need to let y'all know. When I did some research on this thing, you know what it stated? That the pyramid shape was something we did, but when he wrote the needs, he never really said what was more or less important. This is just how we used to always seeing it. We used to see it in the pyramid with, survival or something at the top and then the basic needs at the bottom, but it's more like a range of frequency. So that's important to point out because every time I've ever seen this chart, it's always been in a pyramid with, a large base coming up to the top as it gets smaller. And so I just want to let y'all know that this isn't completely equivalent to how he proposed the theory. But we're going to walk this down about where sex fits on this. And based on where we at, do y'all think it's higher and it takes up more or less in the chart? But let's take a look at the chart, see what y'all think. So at the bottom, the foundation, we got the physiological. That's breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, and excretion, or, using bathroom. The next level up is security of body, security of employment, resources, morality, family, health, and property. That's safety. Then you got love and belonging. That's friendships, family, and sexual intimacy. So sex pops up twice. Above that, you got esteem. That's self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others. And at the top, you got self-actualization or self-awareness. That's morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, and the acceptance of facts. So I'm gonna leave this up for a second. And based on where y'all think we are as a society, do y'all think that sex has creeped up this list? Is this the right way the list should be? Or is it lower?
Shit.
Y'all think?
Boy, sex in society today is in that blue section. It's at the top, boy.
It's at the top?
Yeah, I think all them things is at the top.
I think sexual intimacy is lower. I don't think that's where in the yellow. I think they need to go down.
That
what section
that
intimacy at?
physiological shit, that shit is getting prioritized too damn much.
But think about it, bro. That's the foundation, though. That's literally your basic needs. Like, yo, if I don't get nothing else, I gotta have my foundation laid. Pause. That shit sounded crazy, mother. But y'all get what I meant, though.
Yeah.
Man, you talking about the happy, healthy relationships? You're not gonna find it that ain't a part of it. So I mean, look, now we might be talking about outside of relationships. We might be going bananas. But while you in relationships, you talking about to make a relationship work. Yeah, that's an essential part of it. It's not gonna last without it.
Gotcha. Venus, what's up, love? How you doing?
Venus.
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Living the American dream, whatever that is.
Right.
Mufasa, I miss you, man. I haven't seen you.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Time to
But
y'all.
I was just saying, no. I was just thinking about the chart, and I wanted to say, I don't know if we moved sex up. Is that we haven't moved up? It's like we're so low vibrational as a people that the standards are very low. Like most people are operating at that first level at the bottom, and that's it.
Okay, that's
So
a
what
different
she
way of
said is
looking at
almost
it.
like flip it upside down, pretty much.
Or like the bottom three, and I don't think people really care to are the top two are not even like a goal. Honestly, I don't think.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I mean, she might be onto a point like creativity. Everybody's monkey see, monkey do. Nobody's out here doing their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Not on a vast majority. I say that.
Can you put it back one more time?
I got you.
I'm sorry, one more time. Because look, think about morality, right? When we, most people are not religious. Most people are not moral, right? Most people are prejudiced, right? Self-esteem, that's a huge issue with people, especially because of social media. Respect of others, respect by others. What do people say? I don't care how you feel. I don't give a fuck. Like they don't. The top two are not even a thought. I think for most people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's a thought. I mean, because if you look at them top two, my thing is, especially if you talk about relationships that work, respect of others, and then, like I said, yeah, it's my thing is we're talking about once you get in relationships, especially ones that that last as far as achievement. You guys are gonna be with each other for a long time, and you guys are gonna achieve different things. I think the longer you go in a relationship, you're going to hit those marks. But I think when we start talking about these quick relationships you get in and you jump in them fast, you ain't got enough time to really make the bond to really, get deep into the other parts. I just think a lot of it just takes time.
Do you think that, to Venus's point, do you think that because we've been overly sexualized, that while people out here dating Mufasa, they don't make it past tier 2? Because they just trying to fuck?
Yeah, and then they get they don't even get past 2. Matter of fact, they don't get past 1.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Because they ain't that sometimes you don't even get to the point where people jobs and what they do and where they live, or it's most of the time it's quick gone. You ain't even met the parents yet. let alone to get into their friends, their friend group. So, it's just like I said, I think even though sex is at the bottom, I think sex, the sex maybe should, I don't know if it should come off the bottom because it's needed in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I just think that when you're courting, that part shouldn't, that part should be further along.
Got you. Do you think though, Mufasa, do you think that if we're saying that sex needs to come off at all, I kind of agree with you because I think it'll make you ascend a little faster. Are we saying that it's not like sex is not at the level like food, water, using the bathroom? Are we saying that it shouldn't be there at all when you're dating? Or is that still in the front of your mind like eating is, like drinking?
Nah, that ain't. Say, you can't put that on the same level even when you is in a relationship. Nah.
See, that's the thing. Like I see what Mufasa and Venus saying, but the way I see it, like it's just the way people like moving. Like instead of starting up and going down and working your way down, motherfuckers is starting down and they don't never make it past up because we over sexualize. But see, if you work downhill, you know what I'm saying? It would you're supposed to start there, and that bottom one was supposed to be that red one. It's supposed to be how the chart is built, but you're supposed to work your way up and down. You know
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
that.
But people working their way down and never making it up because they not giving it that time and stuff like Mufasa said in one, and they just getting stuck there. Like I said earlier, like good sex makes relationships be longer than they necessarily should have logically been. When you after you finally break it, you like I stay with it. You know what I'm saying? Even he had no reasons why you stay that long, especially if kids not involved.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. So we were kind of answering the question I had, like, should that be higher or lower? Because right now, where it currently sits, just the need for sex is that literally is speaking to that it's on the same level of need as breathing, food, water.
I think when he made this chart or whatever, because I mean, you need sex to procreate. I mean,
Right.
so that's why I think it's down there.
Okay. So you think it's more of the biological thing than it actually being a desire?
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's deal with sex at the second level. So let's say sexual intimacy, the love and belonging.
Right,
Do
and
you
that's what.
think that's charted correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you work your way up and get in that third, and that'd be the third tier, it's perfect, right
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be. And it sets being like Brittany said, being at the right very bottom with breathing food is definitely like procreation. All those other things should be intact before the procreation is even. You know what I'm saying?
In a perfect world, we would put sex on that third tier, take it from the bottom and put it in that third tier. If in a perfect world, that's what we'll do. But sex is like a regular thing once you get in a relationship. So that's why I think the confusion come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
do you all right? So let's like, do we accept that we have just become overly sexualized and there's nothing we can do about it? Or do we adjust the way we think about sex before relationships, before marriage? Like, how are we supposed to process knowing we've been exposed to sex for too fast? We've been doing it wrong for too long with no results. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? Do we change the way we date? Do we take it off the table? Do we lean into it and do it more? Like, what are we supposed to do with this info, assuming we're all over sexualized?
Man,
What do we do?
if you obviously if you marry, you don't count. So Mufasa, you just sit back and chill. But if you like, if you in the dating market, like in that process or whatever of trying to get, like you serious about dating, I would say you need to postpone that sex shit and then kind of put it up front to the person that you trying to get to know them more and like gain understanding. What up, bro? And gain understanding of them before sex even becomes like the thing. And if people start doing that more, yeah, you might get some rejections. Some folks might, all right, well, if you about to be on that, cool, but I'm gonna go do my own thing. But if more people start doing that, the folks that are like neglecting it or getting out of it, they probably gonna stop. They're gonna get tired of running into folks that's doing it and start doing it their damn selves. It's just like a domino phase. See, that at some point you either gonna join the wave or be the only motherfucker still trying to stay the same.
Not doing it at all. I want to include Mufasa in this conversation because I think that being over sexualized and under sexualized, it affects him as a married man, right? It ain't like because he got married, it's like, well, this is all I got and we cool. Like, nah, he still deals with the temptation just like regular dudes do. He just can't act on it like we do. But I think it's a fair question to even ask him as a married man, like being overly sexualized, everything sexual around you. How does that affect, you know what I'm saying, the way you and your wife continue to stay married? Like, do y'all up it a little bit? Not you personally, but you get what I'm saying. Like, how do you, knowing that this is your forever thing, right? Mm-hmm. What's your pace like compared to when you single? Do you slow it down a little bit more? Do you just keep the intensity at a high clip? How does that look?
Well, I think, you always try to keep everything in that department at a high clip. You always try to do that. But of course, I think it's, I don't really see it as a good thing. At least not for me. I don't really see it as a great thing, at least not for me. Of course, everything make it harder. Why? Because you got eyes, right. And you visual. But my thing is, like I said, in terms of, once you in there, you always just got to work to keep it turned up. Now, as long as you try to keep it turned up, you understand it's going to be peaks and valleys,
right?
But always keep in mind that, hold on, as soon as it comes to your mind, turn it up immediately. Be like, hold on, time out. It's been how many you tonight? Like, hey, hold on, I'm tripping. Hold on, I'm tripping tonight. You. Yeah. We gonna get this in. So it's just like, long as you there gonna, stay conscious of it, I think you'll be straight. But I think it is important though.
Okay.
Key thing I heard was communication. Is what I took away from that.
Okay.
If you ain't communicating your wants and needs, I mean, regardless if you're in a relationship, married or whatever, how am I supposed to know?
That makes sense. Pop, what's good, brother?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Back on this side of the
What up?
You made it back? You made it back?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Type shit. All right, so let's get to it, bro. Let me pull up this chart real quick, bro. And I'll tell you what sex is. And I need you to tell me whether it's higher or needs to be lower on this list. So right now, sex is at the bottom with breathing, eating, water, and going to sleep. That's the bottom layer of the needs. Then you got safety, right? You want to make sure you're secured, your job is good. Then the next level is, we want your friendships, sexual intimacy. Then it gets into self-esteem and being aware of who you are. Based on where you're at society, do you think that the sex in the red is in the right spot? Is that like a real basic need? Like, where are we out in the world? Are people making that like, yo, I need sex the way I need food? Is that how we rocking out here?
I ain't gonna lie, looking at the chart itself, it's looking like a reverse, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Pino pointed that out.
We started off as kids. We had to find ourselves. We was finding the morals and all of that shit before we had sex.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said the chart is a reverse as us as when we was kids. But then, as we got older, we lost the main two, the top two part of ourselves, and we started focusing on these right here, the lower three. You feel me? And only people that's really locked in on the top two is the ones that's really like getting to it, like Elon Musk. You think he really out here getting pussy, really? But he got the money to get some pussy. Tell you shit. No, damn, my bad for even saying that on the podcast. But but you feel me? But it's stuff like that. We started off as the top two.
Right.
And then we worked our way up into the bottom. And then once we got old enough, the top to us became the bottom, and now we got to work our way up. work our way back to ourselves type shit.
Okay, so you think we're
But it's hard for most.
Okay.
It's hard for most to get back to the top two though. You feel me?
So you think it's more like an elevated thing that went up and down based on where you are and developing in life, to where you kind of knew what you were at first, but then as we came into the world, you started moving more into I need sex a little more. I need the shit like food as you became more. Okay.
Yeah, because in other words, after you have sex multiple times, that first nut is like 2000. Like, damn, you gonna remember that girl. After that, or that dude. But after that, you ain't gonna remember shit. It's like, man, listen, hey.
So hold on, hold on. Let's walk this down though, Pop. Let's walk this down, brother.
What up? Well, so I ain't gonna say to remember that dude, but you know what I mean? The first time, your first time.
We don't remember a couple on depending on how they did, so don't go there.
Yeah, so hold on. Based on what you said, bro, is all sex after the first one just some great shit? Is that what we saying?
No, no, no. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, like, the person that you lost your shit to, you're gonna remember them first. So that's that top. And that's based off the pyramid. You feel me? But then you're gonna start exploring. And then see, once you start exploring, you can understand and realize. And then some niggas want to be like, shit, I'm gonna double back on my first joint, see what's that shit really fire. And that's it.
So you're saying it's kind of like I get.
Yeah, it's like a seesaw. You feel me? So yeah, type shit.
Is it now? All right, y'all. I'm gonna open up. Anybody can answer this. Do y'all think that there's a way for men and women to be fucked out? Like, you just all fucked out, the way you just like, bro, at some point, like, there's nothing else under the sun for you to be trying out here. Do you think you can get to a place of sexual exhaustion based on over sexualized?
I said that on like an old ass pod, nigga. What was it like? That shit happened to me like December 2023 going into 2024. I was doing this shit called a surfboard, where the one girl riding the pride and the other one was on my face. And literally in that position, nigga, my brain said, bro, I'm tired of sex, bro. Like, I need a break from this shit. Dead ass, literally in the moment. It's going down, and my brain was saying that. Like, I finished it off, but that 2024, I would like those first like
I finished it all, but you know.
Yeah, like, I finished off the process, but those first couple of months, I purposely didn't have sex. Like, I was cool on that.
Okay. Anybody else? Do y'all think you can hit a place of sexual exhaustion in this current society, and what the hell does that look like?
Yeah, you can. You can. If you have sex enough, sex you ain't just gonna get horny that fast no more. It's gonna be built off conversation. Like that conversation.
So you saying the way arouse change after sexual exhaustion for men?
I'm only speaking for men. I don't know about female. I'm only speaking for me. It's men. So yeah, for men, it's like, hey, if I have sex a lot in my lifetime, after a while, it's going to be based off what comes out your mouth, how the conversation gonna be.
Okay. So the intangibles matter more than the physical after sexual.
It's like, yeah, it's like after you finish, once you get tired of just fucking just to fuck, it's gonna be the illusion, the mental, you know what I mean, the thought. Hey, oh, she could do that. And then if the conversation is so good with that, then yeah, your dick gonna jump right up for that shit. Well, no, I'm sorry for saying that like that, y'all. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. No freaky.
Right.
But yeah, type shit. You gonna get right. You gonna get right off the conversation itself. If you feel mentally that this person is dead, then you gonna get right. But other than that, like if after having sex so many times, a female come across your desk and she don't sound right in your head, you gonna be like, man, I don't want to hit that. You dumb as hell, or it don't sound right.
So it makes you more Okay.
Is that sexual exhaustion though, or is that just
No,
maturity
no,
of the mind?
That's maturity.
I say
hey,
I say it's not sexual exhaustion, but it is in other words, because after you had, for men only, after you done went through a lot of females, you had a lot of fun in your lifetime and shit like that, you're gonna be like, man, damn, what the fuck? All right,
but see, it's not.
when can I find a female that's level headed, that's smart? And then when you run into them females, you gonna run into them, and some, I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them might get you right, might get you aroused, and others might not. But that's when but you got to get past that sexual peak, just so you can start using the top brain instead of the lower brain. You feel
Okay.
me?
What you have, Mufasa?
Well, yeah, I see. I don't really look at that as like sexual exhaustion. I think
Okay.
that's more so mental exhaustion. You know what I mean? You're tired of the mental games at this point because your dick's still working. As long as your dick's still working, at this point, you're doing something different mentally. Like, you know what? I ain't really, because when CJ made that decision, it won't like nothing stopped working. He like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. It's not because I don't feel like I can't have sex anymore. It's because I'm tired of this whole game. This whole game. What am I doing here? What is this right here? So it's just like, you know what? It's not that I can't have sex no more. It's not that I'm so tired that I can't still do what I've always done. But it's like, you know what? I'm just mentally tired of this whole game of dealing
And
with
he
this
needs
chick
something.
just
He
for
needs
that.
something to
And
attract him.
you taking a whole break, like, you know what? Let me take a break. Let me take a step back. No sex for a while. And that's like more of a discipline thing for us, because it's not like you can't do it. You just making a choice not to do it.
I like it. I like it.
Fact.
Let's get the
My shit had
ladies.
died. My fault. I heard you though, Pop. My shit had died though. I heard you on the other joint though.
You good? Let's
Yeah,
get the ladies here real quick, Bino. I want to hear what they have for sexual exhaustion. Then we'll get back to you, Bino.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, perfect. So, ladies, do y'all think that with the over sexualization that's going on in society, and any one of the ladies can answer, do y'all think that it's possible for y'all to experience sexual exhaustion, and what does that look like? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Froze.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sexual exhaustion, is that
Yeah.
an option for women? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could just get tired of having sex. Yeah.
How do y'all normally respond to that, though?
Start telling your man no.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
You just don't. You don't
No.
want it. You're like, get off me.
I thought you was broken up. You just said start telling your man.
Telling your man no.
I'm saying start telling the man no, or whatever. Like, just not doing it. Like, for women, it's that simple. They don't want to do it. Most of the time, they're gonna try not to.
What do you think causes that? Venus, Jalen, or Brittany, what do y'all think causes sexual exhaustion in women?
Now you got me thinking. I don't know if that's sexual exhaustion. Cause that could be you don't feel the same about the person anymore, so the experience is not desirable anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I don't know.
For women, sexual exhaustion probably come from like them professionally doing it, huh? Or like, I would think, right?
Yeah, or maybe going out here, getting involved in sex, but not getting the outcomes they want after sex. So
how much they got to do that for they exhausted of that shit though?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. You feel me? Like what do you get to the point to where you're frustrated based on the amount of sex you're having? Since the conversation about being over sexualized, I want to see what it looks like when your brain hits that breaking point of I'm sick of this shit. Like, what does that look like for women? You feel me?
I think it's what
you can hear me?
They just over the
I hear you.
Yeah, maybe I can't relate to the other So maybe that's why we're having a hard time. I don't know what that's like. The only thing I could come to my mind is what I said. Like the only time I've personally been tired of that, I was also tired of you.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
That makes you, in essence, tired of sex
Yeah.
with you. That makes sense.
But that's just with the person. That's not saying if another eye candy come up, then
It
the
won't be back
shit
up.
get hype.
But check,
Yeah,
same thing with what you
but it's
said,
off
Pop.
that person.
Right. The same thing like you said, Pop. Like, once dudes hit sexual exhaustion, we become more picky. But when you find that thing that's doing all the other things right, you right back in action.
Yeah.
But you see
Yeah,
what I'm
It's
saying?
together though.
but that's
Like
that's
CJ
that
said. What
mental.
did CJ say? After that situation, for the next few months, he didn't want to deal with nothing, right? In that way.
Uh-huh.
I ain't fuck with
So
nothing.
yeah, even though I was tired of him, you don't go as soon as you see the next attractive man. Oh, I want him. Nah, you
Yeah,
legit
yeah,
be
yeah,
over
yeah,
it for a minute. Like, oh, I'm over this shit. I don't even want nobody touching me. Like, I don't know if you ever heard women, but women speak like that all the time. Like, I don't even want nobody touching me.
yeah.
Like, we'll
No,
go
that's a
through a
fact.
phase of you don't want nobody touching you at all.
No, that's a fact.
Jalen and Brittany, do y'all concur? Y'all think that she's on point with that? That sexual exhaustion for y'all looks like, yo, I'm tapped out. I don't want nobody fucking with me. Is that a thing?
Yeah, either that or what you stated about not getting the results that they want.
What do you think that does?
You just take yourself out completely. You just stay out the way completely. You stop playing the man's game.
Oh.
Shit.
That's
heavy.
where
Yeah,
that's
because
where
Nah.
you
what
need
can you
to.
do? Because what she right? Because what
Is
can you do? Like, if things ain't going the way you think, and you giving out sex, and that ain't working, it would be smart to stop giving out sex, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's
a
why
fact.
a lot of women that have had experience on both sides of the coin, they just ultimately get to the men ain't shit trope because
All right,
they've done
so
both things. They've done
Wow.
play into what he wants, and they've done the conservative. Oh, I'm not like other women. I don't want to do this until 3 months or whatever. They may have played both, and they're just like, you know what, fuck this shit. I just don't want to do it at all. Just gonna stay out the
no,
way.
that makes sense. I got one question. Is it and it's based off what you said, you got tired of playing the man's game. When you said the man's game, you talking about overall, like every man that you ever dealt with, or you just talking about that one man? Because
Oh,
in
this
my
ain't.
world, all right, well, in my world, it's like the men is really playing the women game because we got to work hard. We got to show and do everything just to get the box. And it's up to y'all to say yes for us to get the box. You feel me?
Sex,
And
sex
y'all
is
could get.
always a man's game.
Nah, it's not because we can't
It
just
is.
take the pussy.
No, you
And
can't take it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if this is the only roadblock to me being with you, quote unquote, then it is your game.
No, no, no. See, I with a man. Well, I don't know about boys. I'm only speaking on a man. A man gonna get to it mentally and
Men are the
gonna.
same. Men,
No,
most men,
no. It's
most
most. It's.
men. That threshold, the one thing is sex.
Mhm.
It's sex.
All right. And I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but you gotta not no, no you ain't got to, but it's men up here that can vouch that men don't only look for sex, because
I didn't say y'all
sex,
did.
huh?
I didn't say y'all did.
No, but what I was just saying, like the men game. So that's why I just want to keep it right there. The men
Oh, yeah,
game
yeah. Earlier you
is
did
really
say, like, as a woman, she gets exhausted of playing the man's game. What do
men
you
game. That's what you
here's
mean
the
by that
underscore in, what
men
do you mean
game.
by man game? And you said it's because this whole dating and courting, you think that's man centric, Jalen?
Um, the sexual aspect is male centric. Yes.
Okay.
She may not want to give it up that quick. She may not want to give it up at all, but she knows that in order, like, how do I put this? Because
Oh my God.
I got male friends and men ain't shit. They've told me some shit. So the roster shit, right? You got the women that you put on a back burner, and you got that one that you really focus on. That's the MVP. She's doing everything you want her to do. Cool. There are women out there who feel like if I can give sex to him, I can move myself up on the roster. She gives you sex, hoping she becomes MVP. Come to find out, oh no, you fuck with the MVP too much. You just another woman that's giving you sex.
I see what you're saying.
Because, like she said,
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes way more sense than what you said the first time. Once you broke it down, all right.
I didn't want to give up your secrets, but fine.
No, ain't no secrets over here. Ain't no secrets over here.
Y'all don't be wanting to give up no secrets.
Hey, Strata. All I'm gonna say is we just need to remember back probably about 30 minutes. She said, "Ain't no way in hell. I don't give a damn if it's 90 across the board. You give me 65. Don't come in here with that. I don't want you." Now, how in the world? How in the world are we now?
Hell no!
How now we get to the point where it's the man's game? It's the man's game now.
Yeah, how's the man's game? Then the man's coming,
man. Because I was gonna speak on it when I heard her talk about. I was like, I'll wait.
Right? No, I can.
Hold on, 65. Hold on, I just gotta ask this question. She said 65 off of what?
All right, so we were doing earlier. Hold on, Jalen, I got you, love. So earlier we were talking about, I get a scenario. A man's hitting at 90%.
Yo, good looking Mufasa. 65 off of what?
No, 65% meaning he got everything else bro clicking. Financially, he good. He are tight, but bro working with this though.
No, 90% all the way across the board. 65%.
Like, I'm not going. You heard me. So now Mufasa's asking her, how can you reconcile the 90-65 and then say that this is a man's
There's
game?
no such thing as the 90-65 because if it's 90, then it's only 10 left.
But Pete,
no. 90 everywhere. The way how we broke it down was you play 2K. Yeah, think of it as 2K. Like if you checking your stats, everything 90, but you got one of your stats is at 60, 65. You know your character, your overall will be like a fucking 87, 86, somewhere around there. So that's what we're saying. So when we had brought it up in 2K logic, she was like, he either got to be a 90% overall nigga or she don't want him. But that 65 was based off his sexual performance.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, he got to be 90% overall. She don't want him.
So y'all only left it as 90% on one and 65 on the other.
Like 90% would be like everything else. Like I guess his looks, his physical physique, his finances,
so it's different categories.
His charisma. But like when it comes to the sexual part of the man,
bad at
65.
Yeah, because I just thought about it. I thought y'all only based it off of one category, 95, 90, and then 65. That's gonna drop that man to under 50%, regardless of what. If it's on just two categories, that's what I was thinking. But you said all the way 90. So if it's all the way 90s, how is it a man game if I still gotta ask for it?
Yeah, she gotta reconcile this. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, of course, I can reconcile it.
Shout out Mufasa.
Easy. So, me playing the man's game is me lacking in sex. I would actually go for the man with the pinky if I was playing his game because he gives me everything else. And that's what men expect us to do. However, I care about me being sexually satisfied in the bedroom, so I'm not going to do that. Fuck you. You don't have 90%? I ain't going.
I mean, I kind of like, I get it. Like,
all right, so hold on. Can I ask one question? Because nobody explained that. So what's the 90% to you in totality? What's the 90% to you? More sex and then everything else is less?
90% means we have good sexual chemistry. He's just not open to everything I want to do in the bedroom. But at least we have sexual chemistry and I'm walking away satisfied.
But everything else, like as far as buying shit and mentally there and all of that stuff like that,
if I was
he could be low on that.
No, I didn't say that. Hold up.
No, we were saying the exact opposite.
I didn't say that.
They locked in what sex. Yeah, sex is where he at 65% type shit.
Oh, all right.
That's interesting.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Like that, saying it's a man's game. because I feel like
because it's really
I feel like
not.
it's the if you was treating this shit like I'm a gamer, so when I think of it like it's not like it's a woman's game to me. We just the players in this motherfucker. I'm just player fucking one and like OG is player fucking two. Like I don't think it's our game. We just choosing to play this shit because we're just players in the game. It ain't our
Because we
game.
gotta get
You
to the
gotta go
female
because
mental
if you the
regardless
boss
for her to
character, the
say
boss
yes.
character just waiting. You gotta go, but the people that's players in the game, they the ones that's gotta do the grind, go through the process, collect all the fucking things you gotta
Yeah.
collect. Then you finally get to the boss. Then you gotta do whatever you gotta do to beat the boss. Once you can beat the boss, what you get? The chest, the box, the reward. So I feel
And
like
that's
If
why
it's a
a woman is
I
woman's game, and the
say
niggas
that's
is
a
just the
female.
players in that shit.
if a woman
Yeah.
is giving you the one thing that you desire access to, because she may be doing everything else, she just ain't giving you sex. If she finally gives you that one thing you've been wanting access to, and what she wants access to ultimately is a relationship or marriage, she's playing your game.
Yeah. So
Because if
like the
it was up to her, she would let you hold out
that's all I
until
want to know.
you define the relationship.
Damn.
That's crazy work. Because if you word it
That's
like
crazy.
that, that's no different than a
It's
man being in a
not.
relationship with a woman that he want to be with for a long time, but doesn't want to marry. But he knows that if he doesn't ultimately marry her, he's going to lose her. Thus, he chooses to marry her doing something he doesn't want to do, but knows you want to do it. But that's your game now. That's the woman's game, ain't it?
Marriage is a woman's
Yes.
game.
Marriage
Okay.
is a woman's
I'm
game.
just trying to see if they both like they can relate. All right, cool. I get it.
Yeah.
I
But
kind of
it, but see, I just connect those two in terms
story
of titles
short.
of relationships. But when it comes to just the sex part, I still feel like it's a woman's game because at the end of the day, she's
Yeah, it
still the
is because
ultimate. She's still the gatekeeper of that shit.
she gotta say yes. You
All right, so
can't just
check
And as
this.
take
far as
it.
I think
relationships,
it's
we
looking at
I
like
could put it back and
sex
forth.
is the game we play. We play the game of
And
getting.
We gonna play that
Strider,
They
game.
play the game
I'm
of
gonna give
being
you
married.
one better, Strider.
That's the
I'm
better
gonna
way
give
of
you
saying
one.
it. So you know what I'm saying, CJ, instead of saying because you feel what I'm saying, we play the game of
Now
getting
that
sex.
makes
They
sense.
We
play the
just
game of
players
getting
in this
married.
motherfucker on that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but see,
That's
I
how
but
that's
see,
what you know what I'm
hey,
saying.
I
I
really
see what
want
you're
y'all to
saying,
think
Bino.
about it though, because see, even if the man can do all of this, because what we have to qualify to get it, take her out, do all of this, and ingratiate ourselves to her, and if you come up short, all of that means is for naught.
You
Oh,
just
that's
wasted
over.
time.
You gotta go. Get up out of here. You ain't good enough. So it's like, hey, who game is it really?
It's a female's game because she's gonna be the queen. You're gonna do everything for her.
You're not moving.
Let's get Brittany in there. What you think? Whose game is this? Whose game we playing? We playing a man's game or a woman's game?
Yeah, I was agreeing with her. This is definitely a man's game. So what she's saying,
What?
I agree with.
Okay. All right. I think what we're arguing to what Bino was trying to get to, and I understood exactly what he meant. I think we're
Yeah.
talking about the shifts in power throughout the
Yeah.
process of dating, sex, marriage. It shifts. So I think to Mufasa's point, we gotta get our shit together before we even enter the game with a girl. And then at the point where you drop your draws, pause, she might be like, all right, nigga, game over. You know what I'm saying? You don't got 10 extra
Yeah.
lives that mean nothing because you can't beat this boy, sure you're not with it. But to Jalen's point and Brittany's point, we gonna keep holding out because the moment I give you this sex, this shit could completely go left. Or I might never get kids or a relationship or a marriage out of you because now
Yeah, they thinking
you
they
feel
thinking
me?
further in the game. Yeah,
Right.
now I agree with what Bino said. Bino was basically saying, like,
Yeah.
hey, we all playing a different game. So they they the key, they the boss of our game. They the boss of our game that we play. And but they still gotta play our game to figure out, hey, who's really the winner out of 100 niggas that come at them a day. Who's that number one? And to
Yeah.
us, we playing the same
Right. So
game, but in a
to
different world.
so to Jada's
So
point, when she say the man's games, sex is involved in that game, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
Like that's to a point. Like that's you know what I'm saying. So like you're saying, like they ultimately got to play their game to even know they got at least have the sets to even play the game of their game of wanting to be married, which is their game, the women's game. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And it shifts over because it goes from them having all the cards, playing it right. And I think that what's
and
crazy
they
is
willing to give it all to us
right on the
as a man.
gamble,
So yeah,
on the
on the
gamble that might
gamble,
not
yeah,
work. So let's actually tackle Venus's idea. Her idea is because we become overly sexualized, do y'all think that the remedy or one of the remedies is should everybody go back in their respective corners and be celibate?
What?
Now, I ain't talking about what is.
But it ain't gonna happen.
What you said? Hold on. What you said?
All right, so based on where we at, everybody's over sexualized. We all on bullshit, right? Everybody fucking. Ain't nobody getting results they wanted. Men getting, you know what I'm saying, cut down because, you know, you ain't got it all down there. You ain't pleasing her. They not getting no marriages. They not getting no boyfriends out of it. Is this the answer? These two words.
So they practice abstinence.
Yeah, abstinence, celibacy. Yeah, abstaining from
celibate is we're gonna say celibate, and we're gonna say we should be celibate. And people should be celibate. There's a lot of things people should be. That mean they should pray every day. They should believe in God. And we're gonna talk about being celibate. Now they should have practiced abstinence. Down. Yeah.
You think we should go to that?
The way how I see it,
but
they should do that shit. But you just got to build up the mentality for it.
When you say that, you mean the women should do that?
Both sides, because I don't care what nobody says. I think the when it comes to like who's more freaky, more sexual, blah 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 blah, it's the women. But they just also got this mindset like they ain't about to just hop on every single dick. While men, yeah, they sexual, but their access is like limited depending on the nigga. Compared to any if a woman threw pussy at a nigga, he gonna catch it before he even can confirm or deny her fucking mind chart. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, and the female gonna watch.
So I feel like everybody needs to be abstinent. They need to chill the fuck out. They need to take a break from that shit. Go to school. Go to trade school. Go to the gym. Fucking worry about building up yourself as a person. Let sex be like the bottom of the fucking priority list.
You know what's
for
crazy?
Like 6 months.
I agree with that, CJ. I think that to make it more realistic, I don't think that not doing it is an answer. I think slowing it all down is a more realistic answer. Like, if you slow it all down, everything will make more sense. Right? I'm not saying stop fucking. But I'm saying, like, bro, to y'all point, I don't know shorty middle name. Like, who the fuck is she? What has she been through? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she even healthy enough to be in my face trying to date me right now? As a dude, like, what qualifications are you bringing to make, if I were to lock you in, to make this shit easier? You heard me? Like, slowing it down, bro. I think that the answer's got to be somewhere in between this to where I don't think saying, fuck all this, no sex on the table.
Man, practice abstinence, man.
Nah, I don't think you should slow it down because you're still doing it. If you was a motherfucker that was fucking like 10 times a week and you go from 10 times to like 3 times, you ain't really doing nothing different. That's no different than a nigga that's trying to quit smoking, but he go from 10 cigarettes to about 4 cigarettes. You still smoking, nigga?
Yeah,
but you gotta stop that shit like cold turkey. You gotta cut that shit the fuck off.
Date the shorty, lock in with the shorty, know everything you need to say. You practice abstinence while you're doing that. If you ain't fucking with somebody with intent, you shouldn't be doing it casually, so you practicing abstinence. You feel what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. So,
well, yeah, it's the casual part.
Yeah,
that's
in
the
between
problem.
In between you not dating somebody with intent and going through the process of intentionally getting to know them before sex. Before the holiday, you should be practicing abstinence, and then while you dating them, you still practice abstinence until y'all get to another level of y'all relationship. That's what should be done.
Well, my thing
the thing is, a lot of women don't deserve dick. It ain't about women going through violence.
Hey, that's true. That's true. No, they don't.
No, you can't say you wrong. You don't date women on the regular, Brittany.
And women going through this. We always say that shit, Brittany. I just want to make that shit clear because that don't be said enough. But anyway.
They don't deserve. Hey, yeah, but
that's a hell of a statement to walk on, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it can go both ways. You know what I mean? I mean, especially when we talking about, I don't want to tell people that, hey, man, you got to get rid of your little friend that you come by there and crack your back. My thing is, look, if y'all been dealing and y'all got to understand it, and y'all just deal with each other. You know, y'all got to understand it. Hey, it is what y'all do. It's the casual stuff. Y'all done known each other for years or whatever, or months or years, and y'all done grown something. Look, that's fine. You know the person. It's the casual people where you don't know their middle name. You just met them at the club. man, if you something were to happen, you don't even know who this guy is. You barely know where they stay. It's that sexual activity that's really hurting. It's not the people that you really, really know, because you know them. You know, so regardless of what your situation is, if you know these people, if you know them, you know, my thing is like, it's the casual stuff where you don't know people, you making rash decisions. That's the part we got to work on. Other than that, I think, man, you can tell people don't have sex, but good luck on that. Niggas ain't gonna listen to you. They're gonna be out here fucking. Y'all can try it if y'all want to. Ain't gonna work. So
you gonna be the one doing it, right?
Yeah, let them keep their friend. Like, hey man, we ain't saying you got to get married to have sex. We know y'all ain't gonna do that. Just don't fuck the random people. You know what I mean?
Don't
you know, get some. Not the randos. Get you. You stay with them.
For a lot of y'all men, folks.
Come on, bro. We ain't doing
that. It ain't just men. It ain't just men.
Stop it, Brittany.
It's not just the men.
Yo, you know what's crazy, Britt? I say this shit all the time. For as sexually active as I was, and you know, back there in Discord, they call us super niggas, right? I tell them for everyone I hit, it's 3 that I wouldn't touch with the homies, Joan. You feel me? Because it's like, yo, men that have that high level of access, believe it or not, it does the opposite of what women think. It don't make you more sexually insatiable. It makes you more picky. Because the more you get it, the more you kind of a little more selective with what you want to deal with, because you have the, let's call it the privilege to pick a little better, right? So I think that what normally happens with men is that because that's not the average thing, most dudes are they're going to take what they can get. And if you going 6 months, to Bino's point, you're abstinent, but it ain't by choice. The one short of that grand too hard, you trying to go crazy on her because you ain't used to not having the access you want. So honestly, Brittany, I think that's more of most men's reality, is that they don't have enough access to even put what we saying in theory to the test, because they become so desperate from not having any of it. The first thing coming, they going. You heard me. Fellas, is that more accurate?
No.
Nah. I was gonna let you talk.
Bro, if we said that the average man is only having by 30, he only got 8 bodies total.
And they doing just fine,
saying, bro.
And they doing just fine. They obviously practicing abstinence, bro. All types of ways niggas can get ass, and if they making it with just 8 bodies on average, which I don't fucking believe, but since the numbers have been floating and the numbers have been a point, gotta go with it. But
somebody made that bullshit up, being
I told him, man, that's including the white boys. I told him that's including the white boys. Y'all know how it is, you know.
Yeah, so, see what I'm saying? So they do it like, yeah, that's another thing. Other coaches do it, bro. That's how you know we over sexualize. Because we literally saying we can't do something that other coaches literally do. Other races literally do.
Yeah, because I think that our women are a little bit more aware of the world than most other coaches. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that. A white woman, how she looks at sucking dick, is not how a black woman looks at it. I mean, a white woman suck your dick because you open the door for her. Like, and tell me I'm lying. Like, when I went to a PWI, dog, they look at sex totally different than black women do. That shit ain't that heavy. It ain't that serious, because I ain't gonna marry you and I'm just out here having fun type shit. I'm telling you, bro, they look at...
Bro, if men are going through with 8 bodies a year, it's not... Out of all the millions of people in the world, it's crazy to say they only could get those 8 bodies. Abstinence is being practiced, whether by choice, and it's definitely by choice. It's not by no choice when we talk about 8 bodies out of millions of women.
You know,
come on, bro. Them odds is ridiculous to like stand on and say those women couldn't get them men couldn't get no more than 8.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that though, Bino, because when I'm DJing these clubs, these weddings, when I'm just out looking in the world, bro, people are not as sociable as we were, bro. Like, everybody's socially
up. We either trash that number, or it's literally crazy to say
trash the
millions of these millions of men in the world can only, out of millions of women, which is 6-to-1 ratio somewhere, can only access 8 bodies in their life, bro.
But think about it, Bino. Now check this. This is why I say I think it's real. let's take Jalen or Brittany.
That means there's millions of women not fucking that we don't agree that they not fucking.
No, we're not saying that. We're saying that they're choosing who they choosing, but it's a lot of niggas that never got chose. What I mean by that is, I hop in Jalen's inbox. Hey, how you doing? I saw you at the mall. I just wanted to get to know you. I know, I kind of see you in passing. Can I talk to you some more? There's another dude in her inbox that just hit her with the yo.
Bro,
stop me if I'm lying, Jalen.
There's
another nigga that's hitting her with a yo, your ass look fat today. Them niggas don't get access, bro. It ain't because of lack of effort. That's what I'm telling you. It's more people, more men, and women can speak to this, and that way they could probably solve it because we don't have dudes in our inbox, right, Bino? But ladies,
one man would have to hit thousands of women to make up for that one dude only hitting 8.
Bino, I'm telling you, bro. I don't think you're not giving grace to how socially awkward.
So we trashing the number? We trashing the number. No, because you comparing social. You brought up 8 bodies. Now you saying what we see here. So that still don't add up to that number. That's 8, bro. 8 bodies, bro.
That's about 30 though.
30, yes, 8 bodies by 30, and that's at 30. How much more bodies you think they're gonna get? Come on, man.
I don't believe that.
No, you know what? I'm with Bino.
Especially niggas that go to college,
men have to be
military. I don't.
But if it's only 8,
if
it's only 8, and think about how sexualized our culture is these days, and we see women sexualizing themselves all over the place. My thing is, hey, you know what, Bino? It's the men that's showing abstinence. It's the men that's holding themselves back. They only have 8 bodies. That's right. Hey, let's stand up for the guys. Good job, guys.
One side, Mufasa.
Good job, guys.
The script on that is crazy.
Guys are holding serve.
Men are standing on abstinence.
Yes, we're standing on business. We are not slinging peen. We are not singing peen. We are trying to love on these women, and we are trying to build relationships first. Men are attempting to do it. I like that, Bino. Yeah,
hey,
only 8 bodies.
That is a hell of a flip.
Wow, hold on. Only 8 bodies.
Only thing makes sense to me. Only thing makes sense to me.
He got a point, man.
He not getting 8 bodies by 30 by 4. CJ, I don't care who he is.
You right.
We been all playing with homeless people getting ass and all types of shit. Come on, man.
Literally, bro. That's why when I hear that number, I'm like, by 30.
But you got to think. This is what I think was always happening and always will happen. Men always want the things that they aren't qualified for with the type of women they really want to have sex with. So what happens is you spend most of your life chasing a woman that just don't want you. But niggas are consistent and persistent as fuck. They don't take no well. So by the time they running down, like what'll happen is a dude will run behind Brittany and be her inbox for fucking 2 years. Brittany ain't said a fucking word to him. Ain't open the messages. Hey, how you doing? How you doing today? Nigga having a conversation with himself, right? Then, while he chasing down on Brittany, because that's what he really want, he run across a little ugly scuttlebug in his inbox. Hey, big head. You're like, man, I don't really want this bitch, man. Fuck this. I'm going after Brittany still. After a while, Brittany be like, listen, bro, I'm not interested in you. I don't want you. Like, let me go fuck this look. And I'm telling you, bro, I think that a lot of these dudes, their body count isn't that low by choice. It's by circumstance, bro. I think they still as overly sexualized as we are. They just don't have the access. I truly
they can't be over sexualized if they're not having sex, bro.
No, yes, they can. I'm gonna tell you how. Because again, like you said, the girls on Instagram, the corn websites, they not stopping clicking on none of that. They just don't have the access that they want. And because of that, they're choosing not to have sex, not because they ain't sexualized.
So are we talking about dating or are we talking about jacking off?
You can talk about any and all of it, but I'm telling you that the access you think they have, they don't. Okay. Just my opinion.
Strada, come on, man. Look, Strada, think about this, Strada. About 30.
Windmilling like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, like, because think about 8 bodies by the age of 30, Strada. You can picture 8 women will fuck you by 30. Don't do anything. They'll find you and fuck you by 30, Strada.
Yeah, but I also know that. I also know though this thing with Mufasa, everybody ain't got that. Everybody can't go, brother.
We know that, Strata. But 8,
we know that, but majority of niggas by 30 got more than 8 bodies.
We're not arguing that everybody this and we not like 8, bro.
Mm-hmm. 8?
Yeah.
When I think about niggas in the hood, motherfuckers that go to military, niggas that go to college, the nigga that got the high paying job at the factory.
If we doing 8 and we saying just men, CJ, this is the thing. That means they're saying men, not all races of men. And if it's just 8, that means other races of men are practicing abstinence. That's what that means. And it's not by force, it's by choice for religious beliefs, culture beliefs. Now, when we dip into the black culture, ain't no average or no 8 by no 30, nothing.
I'm telling you, bro. That is
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no believer of that one.
Bro. Like I
The
don't.
numbers don't even not mathing for me.
I can't even think of a homie right now that I could be like, yeah, he probably only got 8 bodies and he only 31, 32. I can't think of one.
Black men everywhere are practicing abstinence. It is a change, black woman. We are coming to the table, and we are coming to the table, baby. And we are practicing. We are practicing abstinence. We want.
But we are practicing abstinence by choice.
We are putting sex.
So I'm just happy that men doing it
sex
way
behind.
earlier.
We putting sex it's not the most important thing that we're thinking about now when we see you. And I just think that we're making this improvement. And I hope the ladies gonna meet us halfway. Good job, black men.
Absolutely. I'm glad they're doing that before 30. They doing it way earlier in life, and that's amazing, man.
It's the young bucks.
Shouts out to the young bucks, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy as hell. Brittany, help me. You gonna let them get this off, bro?
No, because Brittany gonna dig that grave if she try.
Just let them go ahead and run with it. I mean, because clearly there's no convincing
she gonna
them
dig that grave if she
otherwise.
try. She know better.
All right, well, Brittany and Jalen, I got a question for y'all. Brittany, out of the men that's in your inbox, how do the messages normally show up? Do you think that the men are they more socially awkward? Is that the reason why they don't have access?
No, I don't give them access. So most of them will respond to like a story, like "you're so beautiful" or whatnot, and then you might have a few might be like "good morning," but I don't respond. I don't, and I leave it at that.
And does it stop them from actually continually sending messages, Brittany?
Yes.
Your non-response. It does. It makes them stop.
Right. Like I saw one guy I had posted a picture, and it's been a minute because I don't post a lot of pictures. And then when he said "you're beautiful," when I looked, the last time he said something was 2023.
Oh, so he waited around and came back a year later to say the same thing.
He played the long game.
You mean to tell me a man that's doing okay? Y'all got it, fellas.
Checking the temperature. Checking the temperature. He going over. Oh, she ain't responded to that. I'm gonna get up out of there.
I swing through like an anniversary.
I'll come back later.
Bro, y'all niggas crazy.
I ain't getting no response. Let me get out of there.
This is not how this is going. Y'all crazy. But I'll go with it. It makes sense for now, I guess, man. We'll keep it pushing. So, kind of to Venus's point, what we've been talking about the whole night, I want to shift gears a little bit. So y'all think, should couples wait before becoming sexually active to see if they are emotionally and intellectually bound first? Back to my original question. So the question I'm really asking is, people that are starting relationships, so y'all been dating for a while, y'all locking in, should we slow down how fast we becoming sexually active? Will that help anything?
Are you saying, hold on, are you saying like, should we not have sex first or like soon and first build up an understanding of the person first?
Right.
Then if we like, all right, I really fuck with this person heavy, now I'm gonna have sex with them.
Right.
Yeah, don't have sex on the first date, pretty much.
Yeah, so you're not having sex.
I do that now. So I think that makes sense. It ain't gonna guarantee shit, but at least you know the motherfucker. You ain't hopping in bed with no stranger.
And getting extra body, yeah.
Yeah, I think people do that too much.
Hey, Brittany and Jaylee, we got a question for you from the fellas before we get back to mine. How can I know if a woman just wants to be friends?
When she started making excuses on hanging out before, if y'all was hanging out before, she was texting a lot before, responding real easy and shit, and then all of a sudden she taking too long with the responses. You want to hang out, but now all of a sudden she got like a lot of bullshit excuses that she ain't had before. At this point, she's only doing it to be polite, but deep down, my nigga, she's slowly putting your ass in the friend zone or pushing you off. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. 24 hours in a day. There's time somewhere. So yeah, if she started making it, if the shit was cool at first and all of a sudden it's like these weird little excuses and shit, then yeah, she pushing you off.
I appreciate that answer, C Gina. C Gina. I appreciate that, big dog. You feel me? C Gina the baddie, y'all. Y'all already have first. You
That's
heard me?
crazy. That's what she doing. If you getting that, brother, if she used to reply to your shit, used to react to your shit, used to talk to you all the time, and all of a sudden that shit started dying out a little bit, time frames is starting to get like gaps in them. Yeah, she pushing you off.
Bullshit.
She got another nigga that's got more that she paid more attention to. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, I guess it just
No, it's
depends.
all that's definitely true because
Okay,
you know what'll happen? Nah, fuck that. Because the girl's gonna lie. Because you know what'll happen? Before the communication started to get like that, you would have heard like some shit going on in her life, like some personal shit happening, and it could have been something that would have built up to the point she wanted to kind of separate herself and have a hiatus with motherfuckers, right? So if let's say at that time everything was all good, and all of a sudden the shit started to, oh, she ain't replying like that. Oh, she ain't reacting like that. Oh, she don't want to talk on the phone that long. You know why? Because now there's another nigga or a girl, if she go both ways, that's starting to take your spot slowly but surely. That's what's really happening.
We appreciate that, C Gina. We're gonna let the ladies get in there too. So, ladies, how do y'all? Actually, you're not wrong, but I do want him to hear from their perspective because maybe they have a different reason as to why. But I think what you're saying speaks to what their reality is. But I do want I want them to give him context on how does he know if a woman just wants to be his friend. Jalen and Brittany, y'all both give him the answer.
Jalen, do you want to go first? It don't matter to me.
You can go.
Okay, I mean, to me, it off of CJ point, he's making it seem like they were already dating or like talking, but a woman kind of already know if y'all are gonna be friends or not. Like, I already know if I'm interested in you on that type of level when we start talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's very rare in my case. I'm just speaking on me where I cross over from being let's be friends to let's take this more. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not looking at you like that, I want to be your friend. So yes, like CJ saying, I might be talking on the phone a little bit here and there, but I already know that. And if you start saying, hey, let's go out to eat, let's go hang, or then we can go chill at my place. Normally the girl is gonna give you clues like, yeah, but let's bring such and such along, or let's do something else. Like she don't give you clues that she don't want nothing else but friendship somehow. I mean, she might just come out and say it because I have done that. Look, I ain't looking for that. We can just be friends.
Is it possible to get Jack up here?
Hey Jack, you want to hit the link, brother? I'll put it in the chat for you.
I kind of want
to hear this. Jack, you want to come up here? Also, anybody that's been in the chat, if y'all want to come up and join the conversation, I just dropped the StreamYard link again. He added a follow-up, but I wanted the ladies to give an answer to that one before I get to his follow-up question. So, Jayla, what you got for
him? If you try flirting with her and she don't want to flirt back, she just wants to be friends. If you ask her out on a date and she don't want to go on a date with you, she just wants to be friends. If she don't want to be in a room alone with you, she don't want to be friends. She just wants to be friends. Every romantic advance you try, she turns that shit down. She just wants to be friends. That's it.
So, here's my follow-up question to the fellas. Based on the sentiment that Jack just shared to y'all, y'all still standing on dudes out here practicing abstinence? We still standing on that?
Yep. I don't know, Jack. I mean,
I think in his case, it's not even a practicing it. It's kind of not by choice. It's where he's wording it. It's conditioned.
Ask a question. How y'all know that, man? Why y'all doing that?
No,
that's what he said.
But because
the only reason what he say?
He said something about what if they never interested in him or some shit like that.
He didn't ask about sex.
Yeah, we didn't ask about sex. But I will say this: I think it speaks to how men, to your point, Bino, I won't say they're practicing abstinence by force. I think they're being intentional on who they want. And they're willing to play the long game to see, like, let's say we're going to be friends, blah, blah. But I think that if the shorty that they wanted would have sex with them, they would have sex. And so that would be the better question for y'all. For y'all to think that men are practicing abstinence, that means that a woman they would want to have sex with them offers sex and they say no. Do you think men do that?
Wait, ask that again.
think about what abstinence is. Abstinence meaning I'm gonna
they say no. Yeah.
I'm gonna say no to sex. So the woman that they are attracted to that says, "Hey, I want to have sex with you," y'all thinking the men in mass are saying no because I'm abstinent.
I damn sure was when I was taking my break.
No, not because I'm abstinent. Not because I'm abstinent, Strata. Maybe because I got a situation, you know.
Okay.
Nah, yeah. Hey, I would, but nah, stay on over there. You know, more on that. You know, more on that thing. And so, but you know, my thing as far as Jack go, he didn't really talk about as far as sex go. But I would say with a Jack is like, look, always be close, always be hunting, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know if she like me or not. God damn it, hunt her ass. You gonna find out real quick whether she wants you or not. You know what I mean? Hey, don't be afraid. Just go up to her and say, shit, I'm trying to go out, man. Hope me and you ain't no friends. I don't want to be your friend. I like you and I want you. Now you gonna find out real quick. If she say eat, all right, then hey, you got your answer, Jack.
I start saying Jack said he go tap in
direct.
Because maybe Bino's right. Maybe he is practicing abstinence, and I just don't know it. But I'd be curious to see, you know, what Jack.
I ain't say nothing. Don't say Bino is right. Maybe he practices abstinence. I don't know what he is doing. I said niggas is practicing abstinence, bro. Stop trying to carry me, bro. I don't know what Jack doing, but dudes is doing it by choice, though. Dudes doing it by choice.
Jalen, you gonna let this ride? That's what we doing, Jalen.
Man, honestly, I don't. Some of these questions, this y'all platform really not.
No, go
Jack's
ahead.
question, I don't understand why people ask that. If I'm gonna be honest with myself, even women that ask that, I don't understand why you asking that. If you gotta ask that about somebody, just assume they don't like you.
Yeah, from as far as his question, my answer is what Jalen said.
Just assume they don't like you. If you gotta ask, it's obvious they don't like you, bro.
Yeah,
probably not.
I don't know, man. If they ain't interested in you or something like that, it's just fuck it, nigga. Just work on you.
You shouldn't like somebody that you gotta second guess and be confused by if they like you or not.
Look, sometimes we be second guess. Sometimes we be second guess. Sometimes we be confused.
I said
all the confusion.
Exactly.
Go hunt. Find out right now. Oh, I had to figure it out. Hey, I had to test the waters. What you want me to do? You know what I mean? Look, sit there and stew on it.
But that's why Jalen explained it pretty. She explained it pretty well. If everything
I didn't agree with was about the dating, because some people will go on a date and get free meal and they don't want nothing to do with you. So right.
That's why you take their ass to Waffle House.
My bad, Brittany. My bad, Brittany. If you take her on a date and she don't want to talk to you afterwards, she don't like you. My bad.
Okay. Yes. I like that. Then yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
I like you.
Everything else was covered.
Y'all look crazy as hell. What if? All right, so y'all saying that the dudes are asking as the girls aren't. So what if he's literally in a genuine situation where y'all remember how it was in high school? I kind of like her, she kind of like me, but I don't really know whether this is really what it is. Maybe they're at that stage where they both like each other, but they don't want to fuck up the rapport they built. Nobody want to make the first move. You feel me?
Really gonna do this, man?
Then don't. I don't know what to tell them.
Y'all took a high school shit.
High school.
Y'all did
shit. I took a risk and fucked up my friendship. I don't
high school.
We like each other.
Bro, I don't know what to tell the kids how to do it. They got their own way.
You either gonna try it or you not, and then you gonna be guessing what if I tried it. I don't know. Like, just do it, like Nike.
But as adults, that shouldn't be.
Y'all heard Jalen, fuck your friends.
I mean, you either gonna fuck a friend or you gonna fuck a stranger. Which one you want?
That is funny. Shout out to Black Man is Fair. I think we all go through a lot of little micro relationships that only last a year or two max. And people move on to the next certain. People, you just need to go on to the next level. No more growing old together. Do y'all agree that literally this is a new wave? Relationships are almost like jobs. 1 or 2 years.
Because of over sexualization. Because what you telling these people to do?
You give it too much. I don't think it's lasting a year.
Damn.
Because I done been in like 2-3 relationships since the mother of my child, and the relationship with her it still holds the grounds as the longest one. The rest of them,
people just slipping and falling into shit and hoping it works out. I don't really know why we giving it much thought. Because these niggas don't give it much thought anyway. They be messing with a bitch that they met in the club. All of a sudden, she his girlfriend. He ain't do no type of vetting. Don't even know who her parents is. Ain't been to one family reunion. All of a sudden, y'all in a relationship. Y'all serious and y'all want to move in together. Fuck.
Back shots go crazy.
I don't care, bro.
You niggas that back shots go crazy.
I heard the craziest shit from my friends.
And Vito would be like, "Oh no,
that's how that shit be, man. That's how that shit
mind
be,
you,
man.
Mind you, my friend group is younger, or the friend group I used to have, and I just got tired of their shit. The way they would get into relationships is insane, and the way they would try to maintain them is insane. They would literally be having physical fights with each other. But I love you though. But I love him though. Why don't you leave? Because like we've been through so much. Y'all only been together for a year, and y'all physically throwing shit at each other. So I just
back shots. You remember.
Come on, Venus.
Let's start acting like these people be having serious ass relationship. They don't.
They just be fucking. Is that what's happening? Everybody just fucking. Anybody
yes.
fucking.
And they hope it makes sense in the end. And if it don't, they want to blame outside entities instead of themselves why it ain't work.
I got a question for y'all. How the fuck did we get here to where I can see your naked body and we can do things to our bodies, but I don't know your credit score? Like, how the fuck do we get to this line to where the body is
easy
good, but knowing my credit score, I'll fight you if you ask me that shit. You feel me? Like, how the
because fuck? Sexual vulnerability is normalized. It's not something that is serious. People don't want to be fully vulnerable with each other, but they feel like sex is the ultimate vulnerability, that it gives them a pass to not actually be vulnerable with somebody that they're trying to spend the rest of their life with. For example, men, you say you don't want to be emotional in front of your woman. You don't want to give her secrets because you don't trust her. Yeah, she's seen the back, the front, the side of you. She has literally seen all of you naked. She knows what you look like. She knows what you smell like down there, bro. You
don't care about that.
Fuck, bro. Like
there's levels to this shit. You can't make trust be a one for all thing. That's not how that shit works.
She knows certain freaky shit you like that'll get you off, and yet she don't know other shit about you that she should know.
Nah, that makes sense.
What freaky
shit? As a combat veteran, I can pick six niggas I know I can go to a combat zone and go to war with.
I'm another, so I don't know what freaky shit
some niggas to cook a meal though.
Thank you, Venus. She done seen your hairy ass. She done seen everything. But mind you scared to tell her.
We don't care about that. Y'all care about
what you're naming. You're comparing the tangible to the intangible things. Like, yeah, oh, she can see the physical part of me. Blah 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 blah. All right, cool.
Because I see that every day.
Intangible shit. That shit's different.
I see the same shit.
I don't look at my credit score every day. I see that every day. I gonna wash my ass and everything. So guess what? That's the daily stuff.
Let me put it in a language.
Oh, baby, I might ain't seen
you done literally did a whole like annual exam on her coochie. You are her personal gynecologist. You be up in there. Every day.
You better believe them in there.
Mind you can't tell her none of your trauma. You too scared to tell her about what you're feeling. That's the leak. You be up in her coochie.
I think the problem is that
we'll get to that.
Though Jalen is a woman that has a level of logic, at the end of the day, she's i.e. a woman, so she will not understand all things that the man understands. You either get it or you don't.
It just don't work like that, unfortunately.
It just doesn't work like that. Like and if we try to explain it to you, you'll just continue to do this. Where you just it don't make sense. It doesn't make, of course it don't. Because ultimately you're not a man.
Of course it don't, because it's stupid.
To you. Notice that none of the men think it's stupid. So it's only you. Just like we think y'all get emotionally crazy. We think that shit's stupid. But a woman can see you get crazy emotionally and she got full understanding of it. So it's just certain things when it comes to men and women that one part we just not gonna understand with each other. It is what it is.
No. You know what else? You know who else don't think it's logical? Therapists. Psychologist.
That's cap.
No, it's not cap. It's not cap. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not.
Call my aunt. That's big cap.
So she gonna tell you it's okay to
That's
be
big
fucking a
cap.
girl and
On
you
the friend,
you can't even be vulnerable with
That's
her?
big cap. Because
That ain't cap.
Aunt Jean, big 20
That
plus
ain't
year
cap.
therapist, will definitely say that,
I'm
hey, she'll
trolling right
break it
now.
down.
But
And way how she break it down, ultimately she's gonna say at the end of the day, that's a man, there's a part of a man's mindset, as she likes to word it, that cannot be put together by a woman's hands. You can't do it. It's just certain things, and vice versa. It's just certain things about you as a man and about you as a woman that the other person cannot put together and say, oh, this does make sense. No, it's just certain things just not. But yet if a man tries to tell that shit to another man, he got full understanding of it.
Look,
And vice
see,
versa.
it
If you
makes
had a whole
fully
thing to another
sense
woman, she got full
before a
understanding. It's just
man
certain things
give
we're not gonna
you.
get.
It's like this, simple as this. Before the man give you their inner you, he gotta be in you.
Yeah. I mean,
but even when he's in you, you
I'm
still
clipping
don't
the fuck out of that
Working
nigga.
like that.
bullshit.
yeah.
Bullshit. Even when he's in you, even when he's inside of you, he still don't want to give the
Hey man,
inner
what's the
tip.
time step on this shit?
But you but you definitely not gonna share feelings and open up unless he had like if he has you spread eagle and has you open, then y'all can open up and bond together. That's a bonding moment. So that's what I'm saying is like, yo, without that, that's when everything starts to open up, is when you start to have sex. Let's be honest.
Where every female you have wide open your spread. Come on, now.
No,
Exactly. So stop that.
you ain't got a
Stop
chance
it.
without
Stop
it though. But you ain't got a chance without it. That's my whole point. You don't have a chance without
My
it.
fault, Venus, man. My bad, man. My bad,
We know.
Venus, man. My bad, Venus, man. I'm tripping, bro. My
And
fault,
then
y'all.
And then I say, even on the women's side, I'm like, nah, she not really opening up to you until you get to that point with her, where she really feeling comfortable and vulnerable with you.
It don't
Trust
take
me,
sex
that's
to do
coming.
it though.
Oh, it's coming though.
It don't take sex to do it
Oh,
though.
it's coming. If you feel that way, yeah. Oh, it might not take sex, but it ain't far behind.
Okay, so here's a logic. Like let's be fair to the conversation, Jalen. What level of vulnerability would you want with a man that y'all had real good sexual chemistry? Like, what level of vulnerability do women expect from men after great sex over a period of time?
Well, you said Jalen, but I mean, I was just gonna say, just being able to share your feelings though, about different things, not having to pull it out of you. Like something you should be able to share with us if you know we are your wife, your girl, or whatever. Like you said, you've been vibing for 2 or 3 years. I should not have to pull shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Let him hit the bottom, no more bottom bars.
That's fire. That's a bar.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
have
God.
to.
Oh, but still though, Brittany, you told me the process. What is it that women actually expect? Like, what are some things? So, like, give me a rundown of things that's like, all right, we've been having sex for a while. Now I should know this, 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 and this that I didn't know before.
I mean, I should know like your deepest fears. I should know what maybe that you might be struggling with that you will only tell your home, but you might be only tell your homies, but I'm your equal, your partner, or whatnot. I should know about it too. Something that might be on a job that's bothering you or whatever. Like I should be the one that you talk to, not your homeboys.
Okay. All right, so fellas, give her the reason why we don't do it.
Because fuck y'all.
Shit,
Y'all
I be doing that shit with my
Don't
shorties.
do what? I mean,
on my mama, nigga, I be talking hella shit about my. I'm like, man, this is sort of. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
My shorty,
you all
I
that
do that
shit.
with my shorties. You feel
Oh,
me?
you getting all of that?
I don't tell shit to my niggas, nigga. Like that. My shorties always know more about me than my niggas. And my mama and everybody.
Shout out to
We
you.
just talking about pins to the credit card. That's
They
crazy.
know my shorties be knowing more about my mama, my niggas, all that.
I don't know what these niggas talking about. I'm like, oh no,
I'm
you
here.
getting that? I'm gonna come home and tell you about that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna talk my head off? All right, and I'm gonna give you something back too. Shit, goddamn it. You the only motherfucker in this world.
The old ladies be knowing where the bodies are buried for real. You heard me? They really be knowing.
Yeah, they know.
That's a fact. Venus, what's up?
I just wanted to add some basic things I think you should know about the person before you smash, right? So, like, what is his what is his disposition on women in general, right? Like, if we just look at panels like today, for example, you need to know that this might be a man who don't really like women like that before you lay down with him, okay?
Damn.
And then you be hooked to a nigga who really don't like your existence. Okay, you might need to know that before. Okay, we want to know what his trajectory looks like what he got going on career wise. What is he doing right now? We want to know if he got kids. How does he feel about kids?
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Static.
need to
Dennis, your
know.
mic going crazy.
Static.
Oh, you driving?
There you go.
Are you good? You know you're not.
It sound better or no?
Nah, it's still boiling up. But I see what she's saying. She's saying that before we even get to the bedroom, see, she's talking about pre-bedroom. Before she get there, I need to know where you going, where you had a disposition, where you like women, what's your kids looking like what is your trajectory for a relationship? Do y'all think that's fair to know before y'all start fucking, fellas? Or is that too much?
I mean, what you care about that for?
What
she care about that for? Look, all you need to know is, do he like you?
Yeah.
You worrying about, do he like women and all that shit?
Negative.
Do he like you?
Negative.
All right, is he gonna take care of you? Is he gonna so you want to know, like, oh, look, I'm gonna tell you now, hey, you know what? A man that love women. That's what they want. Men love all the women. No, that's what they want. Love all the women. Go out here, every woman you see, love them all. That's what they want, right? Or you want women to just love you?
Respectful of women. Yeah, I do. If you treating other women like shit, and I see you treat other women like shit, I don't want you.
Damn.
Look, are we talking about? I guess if you treat women like shit, I guess if you say the wrong thing on panels, is that we getting to?
I know we always went by we look at how you treat your mother, your siblings, your sisters, like how you handle those women. Normally is how you going to handle your old lady or whatnot. So is that what y'all are kind of leaning towards, or you just saying in general women?
Cause see, I think most men treat those women in their life different. We can agree. We're not talking about how you treat your mother, your sister, and all of that. You talking about a man's thought process and how he views women's rights and abortion. Is that what I think that's what we're talking about. And my thing is, all men treat their mother I ain't gonna say all men, but I was like, most men treat their mother and their sisters and their family, their close family, with reference. Even if they out here, you might call them a womanizer, they still treat their mother and their sister. They look out for them.
That's a fact. I get that.
Some of them, because I've seen some who treat them. I'm like, wait a minute, you talk to your mama like that, or you say little slick shit or whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you need somebody I can keep my eye on, because if you do that with your mama, I can about imagine what you'll do to me.
That's a good point, though. If they are doing that, then
it's probably gonna be a good probability that
red flag.
That type
right,
shit.
Yeah, you say your mama asked you to stop by and bring her some food. Why I gotta stop by and bring her some food? Damn, how hard is it to do something for your mama? If you can't do it for your own fucking mama, then I already know how you gonna feel about me asking to stop by and bring me something.
So do y'all agree with Venus's sentiment is that these things are important for a woman to know before she has sex with a man?
Yeah, but that's when people dating with intent, and you would have to tell them to stop casually fucking around, and that's what people are not doing.
It's like you said, you saying that they're literally casually fucking while trying to date an intent, and that's why it's fucked up.
Yeah, if they even dating for an intent.
Damn.
Look, I think
people stop fucking in the first 2-3 weeks of just chopping it up with each other and like really get to know each other. You might realize I don't even like you as a person now that I'm like just talking to you, and then that should be dead before you even get the draws. I've been there, because you know me, I don't do no one night stands or nothing. I be dissecting motherfuckers' brains, and if you look good and I find out like behind the scenes, bitch, you crazy, you off, you low key poor as fuck, you a bum, like you found a lot of shit, like you got 13 kids and 10 baby daddies. That's a real situation. Like, bro, you be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm out.
Hey yo, if men as a whole really wanted this shit to go back, they would. You know what I'm saying? They would fall back.
What she say?
I'm saying.
I am not hot in the pants. I am a one-woman man.
Nah, man, you know,
That's crazy. Ain't
if
nobody
they'll
ever
fall
like.
back, bro, it'll switch, bro. If they'll just fall, they need to be talking about strikes and shit. If niggas will fall back, it'll switch and like fall back, not just for like short term, like on some one day. Let's strike Walmart for one day, but like you feel what I'm saying? Like really fall back, bro. It'll switch, bro, because women are really, men will really be able to look at women in a different way. Um, for a lot of women, um, they'll be in a bigger light, and for a lot of women, they'll realize how unlikable they really are. Because men recognize it and not go with the whole, you know what I'm saying? Not jump on it because they got a fat ass or they look good and shit. Like, so if niggas wanted that as a whole, but that's not reality, right? Niggas don't want that shit as a whole. So, but for the ones that do want it, want, you know what I'm saying? Like something for real, like out of a woman, like I'll tell them to fall back, like just with like casual sex shit, like fall back, bro. Like see clear, bro, for real.
I like it. Have any of you all ever experienced or heard your homies or homegirls be a slave to a sexual relationship that they shouldn't have fucking been in because the sex was good? Does that happen more often than not?
Happens to more women than men.
You think so?
I mean, from my personal experience, I got a whole lot of female friends, but a lot of them, they be having them crazy ass chaotic situationships, relationships, but then the motherfuckers don't leave. Like they ain't got no reason to even stay in that shit. Oh, CJ, but that nigga be doing me right. Like you dumbass. Like you don't leave that nigga. Like they be
no,
them niggas hit them niggas. She
CJ.
find that one nigga that can hit the fucking the crazy button. She's not leaving, bro.
She's not going nowhere.
She's not leaving.
It's the crazy button.
A lot of them don't want to have to start over again. A lot of people ain't trying to get all these bodies, so they tolerate and put up with a lot of bullshit across the board because they don't want to say, damn, if I start over, okay, I do this again with this next person or whatever the case may be. Now, granted, does it lean towards what your question should be before you have sex? Find out if you emotionally or intellectually bonded before you have sex. Yes, that would be wise, but people don't do that.
But see, at the end of the day, we always put it to, oh yes, but when you decide to have sex, look, if the man the man is doing what he's supposed to do and he dropped that hammer on you, it's gonna go back to the beginning of we said at the beginning of the show. This is a woman's thing. This is a woman's thing. They want this hammer. At this point, they love it. They want it. They don't want to have a serious relationship without it. They are begging for it. At the end of the day, it's not the men. All right. At the end of the day, look, it's in general. It's in general. It's not the men. They are coming to us. You know how hard it is for Bino to be celibate right now? I mean, his phone probably going. We gotta say, no, man. I'm trying not to give out. I'm trying not to get this out.
Gotta fight to be on his wholesome
fighting. He fighting, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know,
gotta fight.
They hit him up. You finish your celibate.
If he throw that me know. One of you motherfuckers, it's over.
Because you know, you can always come right back and hit me up. You know, bro, it can be over tonight if he wanted to. It can be over tonight if he wanted to.
It.
Come on, man. Look,
that nigga be ignoring text messages and calls every day.
No, not even.
Women are on the attack, and they are running us for this this good black, you know, whatever. Y'all know what y'all running us for. They know.
Damn, you know. We gonna start a fund for you, dog. That shit crazy. I ain't know they was taking you through that, dog.
Y'all just got it, man. Y'all just gotta. I mean, I pray for y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I'm good, man. Ain't got
and they can't believe it.
Y'all just holding on, man. You know,
they can't believe it.
I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Just like anything else, man. You know, man, fellas out there.
Crack. He gonna crack. That's what they think. He gonna crack.
No, I can like listen. I'm not doing this for no religious reasons or. Not for nothing. I just do it because I fucking want to, bro. Like, you feel? I tell y'all, bro, a lot of women don't deserve dick, bro. Y'all niggas be tripping, bro. And once y'all motherfuckers will fall back, bro, and really assess this shit, you'll realize, nigga, you was wasting your fucking dick, nigga.
Oh, hey, real shit, you know? Because 2 separate years that I went like 5-6 months and purposely didn't have sex. It was never off a religious thing, just like a hiatus. And both times, nigga, I realized a lot of these motherfuckers ain't really hitting the head for real. But I also know I hit a lot of crazy buttons. So that was my fuck up. I ain't gonna lie.
But see now, hold on there, Bino. Now, if you go to the point where you say no more dick, how do you say no more dick and not be shit?
No. I'm just saying, like, it's because what I'm saying is when you doing something for a tent, and then I ain't doing shit for like I'm not going by no like fucking written rules or regulations of what you to look for. You know, it's a mix a little bit of everything for me. So when you doing shit with a tent, then that's where you'll realize a lot of women you shouldn't even be having sex with, because if it's only one meant for you, why you having sex with all these women?
No,
When you having the intention and the purpose behind everything you're doing.
I'm saying they gonna say you not shit. They gonna be like, no, Bino, you don't like me no more. You know,
see, without the
they gonna be
sex,
saying you
when they
not
say
shit.
shit like that, you don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think we should drown out most of the time we hear these guys ain't shit. They just might be upset because they can't get the guy that they want.
I mean, with the whole, where you say he ain't shit. What you say?
Yeah.
What you were saying? Like, who gonna say that? Women?
Well, no, I'm saying, yeah, you know what I mean? Because
why would they say that?
Because at some point you gotta cut the faucet off. You gotta be like, look, you gotta be like, look, shorty, yeah, I was just smashing you. It ain't really nothing serious. I'm done with the casual shit. And you know, she might have been thinking like, damn, what the fuck? He got out the blue, he just changing up on me.
No, but I ain't switched this shit overnight, my nigga. This been a process. This ain't just like the last week. I've been into this. I've been in this for a minute.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow. I mean, you had to do it at some point.
Lead with that, because you already know you want to be shit. You don't.
Yeah, he said it's been a minute, so that means 6 days.
I ain't gotta tell you all the time. It's been. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm just saying, at some point he had to cut them off to say, "Yo, ladies, I'm on this journey." And you know,
nah, it ain't no journey. It's just a decision. It's a choice, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't think motherfuckers believe people like, bro. I don't think motherfuckers believe people mature and grow for shit that's not good of them. And if you don't believe that, then a lot of shit what people say just need to shut the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? Not even saying you, Mufasa. I'm just saying people in general. Yeah. So people do mature and grow from things, whatever baseline they use, and when things are not good of them, they just don't. They can stop doing it. Shit is mental. This is a choice. We can say God. We can say God is in my life. I do believe in Jesus. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is many different things, but ultimately it comes down to a fucking choice and perseverance and fucking just strong will.
You want to know the ironic part, Bino?
So I had sex a lot. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
here's the ironic part though. When you actually slow it down and do what Bino's talking about, when you do find a woman that has the very things that you're valuing, it actually makes sex with her way more explosive than anything you were doing casually anyway.
That's true.
And that's a perk too, but that's cool.
I mean, that's not the reason why, but I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of after effects of I'm choosing to just get the fuck out of this casual game. I gotta really fuck with you. Like, I gotta know you the long way. You gotta know me the long way before we get into it. And when you do it that way, the sex becomes a byproduct of a healthy foundation. So it's gonna be good. Does that make sense? Because it's not what y'all built it on. It won't built on sex.
Oh my gosh, Strata, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's up, bro?
What you just said is why I'm saying say no to sex. Okay, this is my campaign I'm running.
What?
I'm with Bino on this.
Okay.
What I figured out is this: when you take sex off the table, it leaves room to actually get to know the person. So the sex is a distraction. Once you like the sex, you're letting a lot of shit slide that you would not be okay with, because you're like too sucked in already because you like the sex.
Yep.
So when you remove the sex and you can just see the person for who they are, how they move, how they treat you, how consistent are they, then you can see like them as a person without that you craving their body because you know what it feels like already.
It's all small peen.
Telling you, man. That's what I've been
saying,
peen. Man.
You cool with small peen?
That just is more important for the dude just as the woman. It's definitely important for women, but I don't think dudes, they don't see the importance of it for themselves. But that's depending on where they want to go or where they going, where they heading to. That's why I say, like, I think you get to some men get to a certain point, some don't. For the men that do, you know, they get it.
Women don't want to have orgasms.
Yeah. Mufasa, I'm gonna walk down your road. You know what's wicked, bro? Mm-hmm. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, the lady runs into the R&B singer of her dreams, and they're at the concert. He like, I choose you, right? He chose Shorty. Before they even get the sex, he done laid the foundation. They in the hotel room. He winding it down and she good. It don't matter what he got between the legs because she is in love with the experience because she's loved this man before she ever knew him. This is how I know that even with this, if everything else lines up, that can feel like God because sex starts in the mind.
Happy as hell.
I know that sounds weird.
Yes, I get what you're saying, but get down there. It's gonna be just like CJ, like, what the fuck is going on? I just was in love with this man, and
this is it.
And
I give him 3 inches.
What's going on?
Venus, I just put us out the heathen pool. They dive right back in that motherfucker. I tried.
But it's ways to find out. I feel her. Like, you don't want to be shocked at a damn thimble from the Monopoly game at the end of the day.
Yeah, Michael, that's what you want. You don't want to have an orgasm. You want to be a part of the 80%. You want to be a part of 80%. You never want an orgasm again. Just go ahead and meet it, Venus. Matter of fact, you don't like orgasms. Just say you like small penises. It's okay.
So I think there are ways that you could figure some things out without having to do the whole damn thing. Like, you find your ways, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Micropene, you got a chance.
Nah, you could you figure out a way to see. You can see things, okay? That's what I'm saying.
All right, well, check this though, Venus. Let's walk down your path. Let's say you try some things and you don't like what you see. What do we do with that whole foundation you built with, bro? What we doing with that?
We ain't built a foundation because I'm gonna be trying to see rather early. Like,
damn.
Whoa, hold on. She just want to see and don't want to have sex. Hold on, guys.
No, listen.
Guys, should we let them have a peek? Should we let them touch the goods before they get it?
Hey,
no, I'm not gonna say show
bro,
me.
they gonna and if you do that, bro,
let her finish the thought. Let me get the thought out.
I'm not gonna say show me, but I can't reveal my secrets. But women have their ways. Okay, we could kind of see if homeboy has something going on down there or not. Okay, it may not be 100% accurate, but you could kind of figure it out. Okay.
Oh, see, I was just about to say, just don't be spending the night and shit, because then they're gonna put you in a position where they're gonna make you break your abstinence. You feel what I'm saying? Women break first before the niggas.
Forget about spending the night. Don't be in a room alone with him during the day. Never. Do not be alone with that man.
Be alone, and because women break before men, bro. Y'all, tell you that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Don't be in a room with him at all. Don't ever be alone.
Celibate, but you want to have a nightcap. I promise you. I'm wearing my silk boxers to bed, and that is it. You're going to fold, beloved.
Go to church with him.
You're going to fold, beloved. I'm going to purposely use the certain body wash that's got an extra scent to it. You're going to fold, beloved.
That's why I said don't be alone with him, because men are very good at that. Like, you're right. Women do break first because men, I think, are used to having to suppress themselves sexually. So they know how to suppress themselves sexually. So they're better at it because they have to do it most of the day. So they will be the ones pretending like they're not thirsty. And you'll be the one like, well, hold on. Why he not trying shit? What the fuck? And you will break. So don't even go to his room. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't go anywhere alone with this man.
How did you give it to him and you justified that it's the man's fault? Man, you gave it to him.
Fault.
He was restricting himself, guys. This is perfect. This is exactly how you do it. You restricting yourself. You're not doing anything. Hey, sweetheart.
They don't want to do it. They ain't gonna do it no way.
He said he put the silk boxers on.
We smelling good. Hey, you got your cologne on, everything like that. Hey, you being a lady, opening her door and everything. Hey. I'm saying, look, now, man, I'm not trying to have sex, but if you throw it this way, I mean, daggone, I have to block you. This is what Bino's going through.
Why does CJ put boxers on?
He can't even go on date.
Why does CJ put on the silk boxers then? Why he do that?
That's crazy.
Hey, pick it off me, man. Get off me. Put it on me for. I ain't say that about no
answer that question.
CJ said silk boxers.
Why did
CJ say he's gonna purposely put on silk boxers?
Because
we gotta count that.
He likes feeling clean. He like I said, and plus, look, we make like how it feels. It's smelling good. It's good for the skin. It's not just in case anything happens. You want us to groom, don't you? Matter of fact, don't you want us to groom and keep shaved and keep on something nice and keep nice cologne? Hey, I just do this just because, man. I didn't know, but I mean, just in case if anything happens, hey, I just smell good. Don't you want a man who?
I rebuke these demons. Okay?
Jalen, we already know that Jalen wants to do the test drive. She already said that. Hey, I don't want you unless you packing. You may be packing. I can't take.
That's like the woman putting on the boy shorts with the ass cheeks hanging out to go to bed. She know what she's doing.
And see, that's another thing why we ain't gotta suppress so much. It's every fucking where. Ass cheeks and boots is every fucking where. So it's like going to sleep like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's easy. It's too easy for niggas now. They made it even more easier.
No, that's not true. That's why I do have to suppress. I think you get bombarded with way more sexual thoughts during the day because it's so in your face that you guys are trained. You guys are trained to be able to see it, but kind of not see it in a way. Women don't have to deal with that shit. So yeah, we will fold faster when that's happening because that's not.
So the suppression got to turn into something. So the suppression got to turn into something. Venus, the suppression got to turn into damn near like numbness. Maybe it got to. Eventually.
Look, we can't accept the premise that guys are bad when they go out here and they are hunting women. I need that ass. And then if they sit back and suppress it, and then say, I'm not gonna do it, and then he bad anyway. It's like
I'm putting boxers on so I could show off my penis print.
I mean,
and then he want to spoon, and then he want to spoon in the bed, so he want to put his penis on her ass. Like he's gonna do everything in his power to entice this woman, and then be like, "Well, she broke." No, you damn near had it in already.
But hold on, Venus. I thought we were trying to get intimacy. I thought we were trying to be closer. Like we don't want to have sex. We want to be intimate. We want to be closer.
Do one better and take a melatonin before you even get there, so you knock out.
Oh no. We
can. Hey, you know what? That's fine. If you take that melatonin, you pass out. I'm gonna be Big Spoon, and we gonna cuddle. But guess what?
Do not cuddle him. Don't cuddle with him. Don't even let him touch your skin. Don't do none of that shit.
Yo, Venus over here putting all the signs up. Don't touch him. Don't go near him.
Guys, we are making deposits. This is one thing I can tell you.
You will break.
No, don't be in a rush. No, purposely don't break. Reject them. I'm talking about, man, look, don't worry about, man, I am not here for sex. Man, please, watch your hands. Watch your hands. I just want to hold you. I just want to hold you, sweetheart, okay? Okay, watch your hands, okay? Right,
you want to hold her. You smell good. She's already attracted to you. That's why she's there. You got your wee-wee on her goddamn butt. It's too much. You breathing on her neck. You low-key doing all the sneaky shit that y'all know how to do.
We're
trying to turn somebody on the low.
We're being intimate.
Intimate
so
friendship.
Now, hold on. So niggas can't breathe. So you better get your asthma pump.
Nope.
Niggas can't be too close. You can't have your print on us. So you got to wear like 3 layers of shorts and pants or something.
Put a pillow in between. A pillow.
Wear some Levi jeans.
You said no sex, Venus. You said no sex. Okay, then look. This is what we want to be more intimate with you. Come here, let me hold. Come sit on Daddy lap. We're gonna watch the movie Netflix.
Look at Bino. Bino, stop agreeing with this, please.
Stop like this, man. Telling you, man.
That shit funny.
Y'all are too much, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, Venus, you gotta stop this. Now look, this is my thing. You said you want men to be more intimate. We want to get friendship. This is what we're offering here now. Okay.
My friends do not have their penis on me and breathing on my neck. And,
man, I am holding you. And my thing is holding you, becoming more intimate.
And then speaking to me with the deep voice, with the low deep voice. He's doing all of the shit.
Yes, honey. I'm back massages. Yes, honey. I want you to relax with me. We're not having sex.
He's trying to stimulate all 5 senses and trying to be slick about it. Nigga, absolutely.
We're putting deposits into the feminine energy. We're putting deposits into your feminine energy, hoping for a return on investment later. We're not asking for ROI right now. We're in no rush.
Ooh, Mufasa, I know you was a horrible ass nigga. Like, oh my god.
That's
no. That's not. Come on.
Yes, man. You were. I could tell.
No. That's not the case. But at the end of the day, we are not. You guys specifically said no sex. I agree with you. Let's not make sex at the center of any of it. But all the rest of it, men getting to know you and all of that stuff, I think that's all on the table. And my thing is this: in women, you make sure you withhold. Stop attacking us. Make sure you withhold, okay? All right.
If I like the guy and he already doing all of that, I don't listen.
Oh, that's now it's grass. See,
Welcome to America, man. Strata is America, man. Welcome to America.
Nah, it's
Just don't. That's why I say don't go to his house, because at that point you lost. You lost, honey. It's over. Don't go.
Oh, don't go to the
Meet
house.
that nigga in public every single time with at least 20 people. Meet him at the damn Times Square, the library, the train station, the airport, and we need a million motherfuckers around. No,
that's okay. Hey, fellas, y'all know what time it is. What, third date?
Yeah.
I cook steak dinner. I got you, honey. I'm cooking myself. I got you. No. We're gonna go ahead and get you. We're gonna come back on over here. No, we ain't gotta. We done been out twice, okay? We done been in public twice. We comfortable now. You come on over here. All right. You like it over here. Yeah, what's the temperature? 72 party crowd. That's what you like?
And I'm coming with Jalen and Baby Sneak. Okay, me and my girls are coming, and we leaving together. What's up?
God damn, man.
Yo,
all right,
this
hold on.
was crazy,
Bring Bino. Damn, man.
Why is she bringing? Why are you bringing people though?
But this is how you.
Because I can't trust myself. So guess what? I need to bring security for me.
Oh, you bringing cop blockers? Okay.
If that's the man's fault that you can't trust yourself, we can't be blamed for y'all not being able to trust yourself.
No, you the problem because I know what you're trying to do when you invited me here. So you already was the problem. So I'm bringing like some positive,
Well,
protection.
Mufasa, if she decides to take advantage of you, you did it. You were clothed wrong. You shouldn't have wore those silk boxers. Why you wear them?
Wow, now fellas, do we see how this is when it's on the other on the other foot? Now, how dare a man say you shouldn't have worn that? And do we understand? We just gonna leave it at that, fellas. Hey, I understand.
DJ shouldn't have worn those silk ass boxers.
Hey,
coming out with cologne and shit.
That's what I usually wear.
God, no.
Sleeping full pajamas.
Nigga, if you sleep in that, I know you be slipping and sliding all over your goddamn bed. Stop.
Hey, the sheets is silk satin too, so yeah, low key.
We've agreed. We've
I'm a 6'2" nigga. I gotta have a Cali King bed.
It's them. It's the women. They want this.
At the end of the day, their appetite. Y'all come there with the mindset like it's like I want to, but not yet. I don't want them to take me as a hoe, but deep down I want to do it. That's crazy. Just if the shit happened, it happened.
And then when they get in a relationship with you, yeah, they want it all the time. Then
all the time. Then you find out, girl, these was your urges from the beginning. You just didn't want to seem like a hoe by doing it so early.
Mm-hmm. Let them get comfortable with you. Let
Let Bino talk. Bino the only safe man up here. Let Bino talk, right? Bino says no sex.
Bino's running.
He know his worth. He's not gonna just let any woman come take advantage of him like y'all.
Yeah, man. Practicing abstinence, man. I would say
respect.
I would say make sure you you should be able to stay the night, and be intimate, man. For real.
Nah, I don't know about that. No.
Bino the celibate daddy.
I agree.
I don't wear silk boxes or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? We still wear boxes. Still go to sleep, man.
Hey, Bino is strong-willed. I mean, look, let's understand how strong-willed Bino is. He is willing to stay the night, be intimate, close, watch movies, hold each other. I mean, and my thing is, he said no. He said no sex. He said no sex.
Man, it's like
these are the men. The men are saying no sex.
Then he put his
Bino,
face,
have you done this before and were successful? Though?
Yeah, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but do you understand this?
She didn't try to take you down. She didn't try.
Nah, you do the little boot, the scoop shit. You feel what I'm saying? And,
what's that?
The little boot. The little boot scoop y'all do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, scoot that ass. So,
you do the little boot, the scoop shit like that. Do the little hard breathing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I made it through. You feel what I'm saying?
Not the hard breathing and all this other shit.
Yeah, it made it through.
It was tough. Yeah,
he said it like that bothered him. What the?
Yeah, that's part of it.
It did.
Talking about LeBron in the game 7. It was tough, but we saw it through, man. We got the win.
Yeah, man.
I mean, she was playing,
and I felt I ain't like her ass. See what I'm saying? See how
Absolutely.
the awkward
See, for me,
silence.
that's even intimate.
If
Why
I
would you
would have,
want to
if I,
lay in a bed with somebody on that level? Looking, you ain't even like her. Like that's what I'm saying. None of that
I
shit
didn't
should
say
be
I didn't like
happening.
her before. What I'm saying is through the process of that, you feel what I'm saying, as time went on. You feel what I'm saying? Like we just ain't mesh. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
that's
I
why I
ain't,
think
I
that's why I
said it
think
wrong.
even that, even being able to lay that close to a woman in that vulnerable setting, I think way more should have came first. See what I'm saying? Because then now, look, she did all that. You don't even like her for whatever reason.
Nah,
That's
we just
fine.
was we just she just spent the night.
Yeah, intimate friendship.
Nah,
That's
man.
funny as
We just
shit.
spent the night. That's all. But what I'm
Intimate
saying is,
friendship.
imagine we would have had sex, and then we would have tried to continue things because we had sex. Then we found out that we been meshed, but we had sex. Then we continue to have sex because a woman just came on here and said, "Y'all don't want to catch another body." That's the wrong reason That's the wrong reason. First of all, you feel what I'm saying? Because you should be able to stop whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You just prolong shit. And then more emotions get involved. I'm not necessarily the good ones, especially if y'all don't mesh together.
Well,
Especially y'all end up not liking each other for whatever reason. We have sex way too early, is all I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like, and we be doing it casually. Like Stratus said, we casually have sex while dating for intent. Like, gotta stop one
Yeah.
to do the other. And that's all for me. It ain't nothing deep. You
I
know what I'm
like that.
saying?
yeah.
That's a fact.
I'm saying
And
that intimacy to me is kind of just as
Important.
important, and to be doing that,
I do too.
I kind of see it similar, not the same, but
it wasn't like we were kissing and rubbing and touching. It was just like, women be,
Yeah.
I think like Jalen even said it, like we done made it to where a point where women feel like that gotta be a part of our game to do to get to the next step that y'all ultimately want, which is a relationship and marriage. So in my mind, it's like the same routine that I done seen over the years where women do it, not necessarily because they want to do it in that moment, because they playing the man's game, like Jaden just said earlier. And the game got to stop being played for me anyway. I don't give a fuck what everybody else do.
Mm. I like that. I think that make it even more real, bro. To even stop all of the boot scooting and silk draws y'all niggas is doing, keep it on the phone. Keep it on the phone a little longer. Just keep it on the phone a little longer. Because again, your mind is able to enjoy actually listening to her speak. Now you're forced to pay attention because she ain't physically in your face distracting you and vice versa. Now I got to really pick your brain. Like, can you talk yourself? Now, this is what people don't understand about taking the intimacy off the table. What y'all gonna do when you hit that crossroads where I really like you and you said some shit that I vehemently disagree with? How you gonna be able to walk that back to get us back good? Like that is the intangibles that you learn by staying the fuck out of each other's faces. I seen you enough to know online or whatever that you know what I'm saying we cool. I know I'm physically attracted to you, but let's keep it on the phone. Can you hold a conversation with me? How do we fill in those little blank areas where nobody got nothing to say? Are you cool with just being quiet? Right? That's when you get to learn people outside of just the physical. And to your point, Bino, I think that that, you know what I'm saying, with how you moving in life right now is that a lot of times you'll find that the people you thought look good, they don't have a lot to say
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
not
Of
about
course, you
it.
do before you even get to you even get to a step of spending physical time with each other. You definitely take the phone conversation time first. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's first and foremost before you even link up in any type of thing. I would suggest that too, for sure. Yeah, that's the first step first. But even after then, like anything could be said over the phone. Any type of conversations could be had, especially with men. You know what I'm saying? Especially with women too sometimes. So when
yeah,
you get around each other, you just notice different things. That's even a different it's levels to this shit, just like that pyramid. And if you do that pyramid, I'm only saying what's funny, you did that pyramid. I'm only saying what that pyramid said from top to bottom though.
you
Only
working
thing
with
I'm really fucking saying for real. And like that's the correct way. I mean, and if we do it a different way, and we always did it different ways, which is wrong, why not try to do it a different the correct way? You know what I'm saying? Like so.
okay.
I
I
mean, that's
like it.
it. It ain't nothing deep. It don't be deep. I don't see why it be deep for dudes, especially that really say they done been there, done that. I know we had conversations with a lot of us older dudes that been there, done that. I think most of us got the same sentiment, the ones I talked to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that set shit don't be about nothing. Unfortunately, why we got here is not not a good. It's not a positive of the reason why we got here. But shit, some niggas they gonna go all the way to 80 like this till they die.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? And then others gonna be, I guess they gonna be 8. They only gonna have 8 bodies by their 30 and be socially awkward, not understand women. I don't know. So it's a gift and curse to all this secular living, period. At the end of the day, I'm just, you just weigh your options, bro. You just move. You just make your best move, your next move, your best move. That's all I got for real. Because either way we do this shit, it ain't gonna be perfect because it's all worldly at the end of the day. Nigga, we really want to get to it,
Man, control yourself. Ladies, control yourself around that morning wood. All right? Control yourself around that morning wood.
Talk about it. Let's get the solutions, man. Like, I think that I was gonna ask like 3-4 more questions, but I think we've hit a good solid point in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? I like it. So,
man, solutions already.
Yeah, we at 2:44. We right underneath the 3-hour mark.
I mean, I guess. Now I'm bullshitting.
Yeah, I was about to say. I will kindly log off. Like, y'all got the control panels from here. Get to it, man.
Yeah,
What's
I know.
the
Half the time I be
spot?
literally coming off work, coming straight to this. Niggas
Nah,
still gotta eat, shower, and everything.
You know the count.
I do some schoolwork.
Mm-hmm. What we got for solutions? Let's go. CJ, Bino, Mufasa. Then
man, go be absent in cold turkey. That's what. At least do 2 months or whatever of like, some decent communication before you really try to throw that ass in a circle. Like y'all just gotta stop just having no one night stands. To this day I don't understand that shit. So y'all gotta stop them shits. Like actually get to know the motherfucker. Like whoever you talking to, whoever you socializing with, actually get to know them because you'll probably learn them on a personal level in those 2-3 weeks and realize you glad you ain't fuck them. So yeah, definitely dissect people's brains and get to know people more way before you get into that next level of doing something like that.
You know what you got, brother?
So I know a lot of dudes' sentiment would be dudes need vagina, niggas need pussy, and if you still in that place, I don't knock you because that's true. You do, and that's like what your mind say. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, get it in a more player way. Don't be locking in, fake dating, fake playing boyfriend. Nigga, you better figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? There's many different ways. That would be a different show. But if you at a point where as though you know what I'm saying, you want something of essence, if you at a point of purpose in your life and shit like that, and you want to move forward, you want to be monogamous and shit like that, I would say yeah, just fall back, man. Practice abstinence, man. Make sure take your time with the shorty that you're interested in. You're probably going to go through a lot of motherfuckers that you don't like, and that's going to be the thing you're going to be shocked. Like, damn, I didn't realize that. And then when I say this, not that women are not likable, but a lot of times we deal with a lot of women, and sets be the center of why we're dealing with them. If you remove that set, you'll you'll find out how not compatible you are with a lot of people when you're thinking about long lasting shit, marriage, and shit like that. It'd be some good, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be a lot of things that you'll move around. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Women are likable people, you know what I'm saying? For sure. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like that relationship, that real shit, and I'm liking you back and I'm loving you back, you'll realize, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, glad I ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my solution. Fall back if you want something real, and if you at a point where you still need pussy, man, get it how you live, dog. I ain't knock you. All I can tell you, cause I know how that go.
Like it. I like it. Mufasa, before you go, I need you to tap your show in, man. Tell them where they can find you, where you be hanging out at.
Oh yeah, man. Chaotic Clubhouse, man, at Chaotic Biz. Man, usually most time in the mornings, man. Range between, like I said, I get on between 7 and about 9. In between there sometime, man. Like I said, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a full-time dad, entrepreneur, and everything. So I'm busy this time of year, But I've been trying to make sure I get on about 3-4 times a week. You know what I mean? And but yeah, yeah, man. In terms of the show, look, I just think we just gotta hone in a little bit on the casual sex. just on the casual, you know what I mean, on the casual sex. Look, I can't tell y'all today, gonna stop messing with your cut buddy that you know. I already know y'all ain't gonna listen to us when we tell you that. But at the end of the day, but at least think about on the casual sex, and especially when you out here dating, man, it might be that we don't lead with sex. All right, let them come to you with sex. That don't mean that you can't be enticing, because as we found out today, sex is very important to them too. So you don't even have to lead with it. You can just let them come to you on that type of game, or just tell them like, look, I really ain't on that type of time, because really, you know, we all know, man, it's really all about the mind. It's really all about, you know, your connection with her. You really working that the whole time. And even if you having sex or not, you kind of want it to be a little sexual anyway with your lady or whatever anyway, even if you ain't having sex. So, you know, you can always work that angle without actually having sex if that's your girl, or you trying to pursue her, or if y'all deciding that, hey, we're dating, you know, you can have that kind of chemistry with her, like Bino said, and actually be around each other, be intimate without having sex. I think that's a great mindset to take, and guys don't have to be such horn dogs where I can't go out, I can't be around a girl without having sex. Bino right, that's about growth, bro. It take a while to get to that point, and once you get there, you got to embrace it, you know what I mean? So as older, I ain't gonna say it's older men, but it's middle-aged guys between 30 and 40, that's when we realize that, you know, and it's a beautiful thing as a man when you realize that, oh shoot, well, I can, you know, now I can just enjoy, as we were talking about, as they were saying earlier, the essence of a woman, or you just being around, and I ain't gotta have sex with you now. I ain't gotta have sex with you. We chilling, right? You know.
I like it. Also, let's send a special shout out to Voice of Venus for coming up. Make sure y'all follow on her channel. This might be risky. That's family over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all are part of this family together, man. Chaotic Clubhouse, Voice of Venus. This might be risky. I think I saw Sharon in the chat, the Wild Wake Up Show. Like I said, man, y'all tap in. We got some good content. Yeah, straight, solid, you know, solid solutions, solid people with real solid content, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to us. And while you edit, definitely subscribe to them. I think that this was a dope conversation. I think that we can really pull a lot from it. You know what I mean?
Check.